Australia. You can't.
Is it going to be a single season only?
I don't know. We'll have to see. Hey, if it's not, then I'll be really
guys.
impressed.
Oh, everyone, shut up! We're starting D&D right now. Oh no.
Okay, alright.
2, 1.
Alright, but still, Mike.
This D&D will be the ASMR session.
Fuck no.
No, please. No.
Michael, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, watch up to episode 5. Put it in the closet.
Hey guys, actually shut up. We're starting.
Sorry.
Okay, so hello everyone. This is D&D. You know the drill. Let's start. So,
Hello.
what happened?
everybody.
What have you done last session? Everyone just came back into town and buggered around for a little while.
I was watching Byron get drunk. Sullok.
I didn't get drunk. What? I was
Sure,
drinking tea.
oh, that's what happened.
The
Yeah,
most
so
horrible of teas.
Byron
by the way.
committed some vandalism and tore up a poor old innocent man's roof.
Poor old.
Yep.
That man is vile. He makes terrible tea and serves it to you.
Oh, excuse
Egonox
me.
loves the tea. Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so that's kind of where we finished, but so we'll start off from that point, but let's go around the rest of the group and see what happened with them. So Byron, that happened. Mark, what have you been doing last session? You went to Gopamu, and you were what were you doing again? Just talking about the sword, and yeah, I remember you went to
I
the
think-
seer with Richie.
Yeah, I think I'd already sold the sword.
Yeah, you sold it to the seer, I think.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
And
my
you got
plan was then
1,000
to
gold, or something like that. I can't remember.
800 gold.
800.
Oh yeah, because he's a cheap old bastard.
Yeah, so then with that gold I wanted to come and ask Gopumo for a new set of armor. Well, not a new set, but a set of armor.
Alright, so
Second hand.
you waltz on up to the blacksmith, local blacksmith. His name is Gopamu the Dwarf, and he is busy hammering away at his anvil, making a crude old iron sword. And you can see, as you walk up to him, he gets quite frustrated and just grunts at himself and tosses it against the wall into a heap of other broken scraps of iron.
Oh, Gopumo, my friend. What happened?
Oh, hello, Larry. Oh, no, I'm not actually really trying with these things. I'm just trying to vent. Don't worry about it. How are you doing?
No,
this morning?
Larry worries. Why are you angry?
No, it's nothing. It's nothing. Please do.
Okay. If you say so, Larry won't press.
Thank you.
Larry
So what
comes-
brings you around here?
Larry comes to you with gold, wanting
Oh.
some armor.
Oh, you know us dwarves too well. You say you want
Can
armor?
you? Yes, but can you make it masterworked?
Oh, masterworked.
Have the skills?
Now, I do like to occasionally play up my own skills here and there, but I am afraid that I don't have my masterwork blacksmith recognition. I can't even pretend to be that good. I am not a masterwork. I can make okay things, occasionally good, and sometimes rather nice things. But masterwork is not a word that would apply to me. I'm very sorry, my Larry.
That's okay. Would you know of a smith who has this skill?
Oh God. I don't really like to talk about them much, but
Okay, how
Well,
about this? Larry will
I'll
pay
tell you. Pay? Yeah, sure. I mean,
Larry will pay you to do the design for the armor, and I will take the armor to the smith and get it done like that.
I'm afraid, Larry, that is part of the masterwork craft. To make an item as exquisite as that while catering to protecting the design is very challenging as well. I'm afraid I can't do that. You'll have to ask the other one about that. But I do appreciate you thinking of me in such high regard. If you really and truly want the job done, then I would say head west to the dwarven settlements there. You will find as the mountains close in, there will be larger and larger dwarven gatherings. They don't really have cities, they're just congregations. And
Savages.
they are
I'm joking.
quite the bastards. No, I'd hate them, I hate them. But
A dwarf who hates dwarves.
I do know that the blacksmiths, they are some quite elitist pricks, so one of them should surely make masterwork for you, but I warn you,
Fantastic, I know.
they are the greedy old twats that they are. They will charge you a pretty penny for them.
That's fine. I have a friend, Sullok, who is exactly the same.
Ah, yes, he's just like them. They'll get along fantastically. But yes, I can't really give much information other than go west. I don't know the actual blacksmith myself. I was confined to being a miner all my life. I hated it. So I didn't get to socialize much. I was a runt. But not anymore.
Okay, thank you. One order of business. I have a worn dagger here. How much would you be willing to part for it?
A worn dagger. Can I ask, where did you get it from and what quality, just so I remember?
I can't remember. Like, it was one of the loots that we'd picked up.
Okay.
Or I picked it up off a person I'd killed or something like that.
Okay, I'm just gonna do quick googling. La 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 la. Wait. FSRD.com, hopefully. Nope. It's in PPFLC. Yeah, what is wrong with this site? It's just being weirdy. Yes, I did mean that. Can you go to the right side? Right. Dagger. Haskell dagger, just normal dagger. How much would this go for? It would sell for 2 GP normally. So,
Okay.
you hand Gotham with the dagger and he looks it over and says, well, it's quite a shoddy little thing. But since you seem alright, I'll give it to you for 1 gold, 50 silver.
Oh, thank you.
Alrighty.
And with that, I will give you a bottle of ale from my casket of ale.
That is fantastic, thank you.
Free of charge.
And he reaches into his back
Is that
pocket,
so that
grabs a few coins and drops them into your hand.
9 10?
Okay, thank you.
Is that still that ale we got from that first camp we engaged with?
Probably,
That's it, yeah.
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 Can I ask, how much have you guys been drinking?
I don't know actually, that's a very good question.
Oh, that ale, I've been
Yeah.
kind of holding it in reserve.
Oh,
I
okay,
haven't
okay.
touched it once, I don't think. Oh no, once. It was when we first arrived in that second area with the mountains.
Yeah.
With the hills.
I have been keeping track of how many bottles I've let out.
Oh, okay, cool.
We
Cool.
started with 50 bottles and we've only drunk 5.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Sweet. Well, just let me know when that's getting low and all this kind of stuff, and yeah,
Alright.
keep me updated. Thanks. So, you sell Gotham with a dagger and get information about where you might find a master blacksmith. Do you want to do anything else in your meantime?
Well, yeah, no, as soon as I get the cash, I'll waddle off towards the inn looking for Egonox and Sullok. Maybe, hopefully Sylis. I don't know where Sylis went off to.
Alright. As you walk away, Gopmu mumbles to himself, huh, where was I? Oh, right. And he rips out a piece of iron from the forge, hunches up his shoulders and angrily hammers away at it on the anvil. You can hear him grunting every time he hits it, like, grr.
He's a
Angry
terrible
dwarf.
businessman.
Cool. So you're gonna
Yeah, I'm heading off to the tavern.
cool, to get debaucherously drunk. Next on our little list we have Jason. Jason, tell me, we haven't actually gone through what happened since you got back to town. So let's just
Sorry.
rewind a little bit and
Yes.
let's do that. So, you approach the gates of Argoshafen, worn and beaten from battle. You've got some burn marks on your chest, which you've healed up fairly well, but they've still got like some rough
They're slightly
skin and like
scarring.
a bit scabbed here and there.
Yeah.
It might scar, but you can't really tell yet.
My
and-
clothes also.
And as you approach the gates of Argoshafen, what do you think to yourself?
Well, the whole time I've been thinking of the loss about with Lily, and taking that guy, seeing, Terry's seen a lot of bad things. Like he's seen really messed up things that he's had to
Yeah.
sort of across the ocean where he goes to heal people and so on and so forth. There, obviously, areas stricken by disease,
Yeah.
war, and so on and so forth. So he's seen the messed up things, but it's still going through his head when, like, when
the actual
he
horrors
drove
of
his
war.
and when he especially when Terry we killed that guy up before I got burnt.
Yeah. The hostage.
And yeah, not the hostage.
Oh, okay.
When we went just before that guy ran out it's the guy that Lily stabbed in the head.
See, yeah. Jumped down off
jumped
the
out
tree.
of the tree. Yeah, and stabbed him in the head. Yeah.
Ka-chunk.
I also thought about the fact that I ended up killing him. That's also
Oh yeah, because he
stupid.
was crawling away.
Yeah, and I put him out of his misery, and then I got freaking burnt. Oh my god, calm as a bitch. So yeah, I've been thinking about that, and the whole fact that I nearly got badly burnt. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah,
And then
actually,
Lily,
I was considering that to be like a, it was going to be like some kind of lingering damage thing that would like come to haunt
Yeah.
you down the line, but you healed it fairly well. Or actually really well, I think you got a 20 on it.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but you did really well, I remember.
and then and then obviously the fight with Ren. That wasn't very nice.
Ah, yes.
So
That's
all
all.
this is going through my head as I'm walking through.
Yeah. And...
I remember before we knocked off last time, I'd actually helped carry Tori into Ren's abode.
Yeah. You would have noticed on the trip back to Argoshafen, Ren became very sullen and just... She was extremely silent, like she didn't want to talk to anyone. Throughout the entire trip, if people had tried to like talk to her like, hey, how you doing, she would have just like shrugged it off and like, you know, faced away or like looked towards Tori, that kind of thing. But
Right.
she would often... I'm a nice guy. She would have become very silent and distant from all of you guys. So when you get back to Argoshafen, you take Tori back to her abode in the town, and
Yeah.
you haven't heard from Ren since. You know that she's
Okay.
just in there with Tori.
All right.
So
I did say that I would go and check on them at some point, but yeah, we'll get to that.
yeah,
I
alright.
guess.
Just so you know, Steve has given me liberty to play out Ren and Tori's actions since he's playing a new character now.
Cool.
I don't know if
That's
you've
fine.
heard of his new character, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Breeze, yeah.
I'll get to that role in a second, Graham.
No, it's a joke. It's
And
a joke. Don't worry about it.
so you enter Argoshafen. Where do you beeline to?
Beeline straight back to the herbalist.
Hell yeah! Right, so
Hell yeah.
get your ass
That's a lot.
outside. We gotta play through this.
Okay.
Yoink.
All right.
Bonk.
We gotta get this right. We can't leave.
Yeah.
Can't leave Fluffy behind.
Lord.
No, Fluffy.
I'll be
work
back.
with me.
Fairy my love.
Hold on.
There you go.
Yes.
Literally unplayable.
Literally unplayable. Oh my god.
Are you just getting into Marydale and you can't even get your snake under control?
Oh my god. God is not being kind to me. Fluffy, work with me. You.
Wait, okay. Jason, stop moving your token. I'll help you.
Yeah, that should be fine.
No, man.
Oh yes. Nice.
There you go.
Good job.
Okay. Right.
Cool.
Oh god. What are you doing?
I'm dancing. Dancing.
Screw it. It's close enough.
Yeah, it's close enough. I'm fine with that. It was the way I used to get him back on top. Oh, there we go. Yeah, cool. I got it.
And some males, Graham.
Silas is becoming
So-
a meta person. Anyway,
So I'm gonna knock at the door
Get
because I
to
don't
the
have
door.
keys. We're not like that yet.
alright. Well, I'm just going to say it's daytime, and you would have known that Marydale allows people to just come in straight through the door. But if you want to knock, then that's cool.
I'm gonna knock.
Okay.
Oh, it
So,
has to be special.
so you hear, as you knock, you hear a sound coming from inside. It's like, oh, don't worry, it's unlocked. You can come in. You can still stay and knock if you want to.
Knock, please.
Okay. You can come in. Oh wait. Okay, I'm coming. And then you can hear footsteps getting close to the door, and as it opens, you can hear her start saying from the other side, "Strange, it wasn't locked. I don't know why." And as she's halfway through a sentence, the door opens just enough for you to see her face, and she like looks at you and is like, "Oh, Terry, hello." I can't do a female
Hello.
voice, apparently.
Fine.
Wait, hold on.
I'll imagine.
Microphone muted.
I'll imagine it's Meridell.
Yeah, sure.
We'll just for part I'll be attracted to you for some time, so you just have to deal with that. Have to live with that.
Microphone
Not
activated.
Sorry
getting
about
here.
that. My dad just came in.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's ignore that female voice.
Right, it's fine. If you
So-
want, I can pretend to be attracted to you for a short time.
Hell yeah, that'll get me going.
Just think, every word you say will lead to a good old big old hug.
My voice is too gruff and monotone for any sort of enthusiasm.
Ah, okay. All right. I'll just imagine it's a feminine voice. Okay.
Oh Terry, it is you. Hello.
Oh God.
Howdy do.
Okay.
But she says it more enthusiastically. And then
Just try again for me, please.
no, man, bastard. It's already in the recording.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Alright, so she opens the door and halfway through a sentence she kind of stopped and she's like, oh, Terry, hello. And then as she takes a step forward almost to hug you, and then she like stops for a second, looks at your shoulder and notices a snake there and takes a step back. It's like, what's that?
This here, it's my little buddy. Name's Fluffy.
Is that a snake
Red
on
name
your
is
arm? You're
Fluffy.
just happy to see me.
He's my little snake buddy. We're good friends now. I found him out in the wild and we sort of just became good friends.
Been
Are
petting
you-
him ever since.
Are you sure you trust him? I mean, I don't doubt you, but I just want to be
I
sure.
saved his life, if that's what you're asking. Look,
Animals
I
don't
trust
always
him.
know that, but okay.
I have a good feeling from him. He hugs me quite well on my arm.
That's not a good sign. He might be trying to strangle you.
He's tiny. Look at how tiny he is, Meridell. He's not a threat at all. Look, pet him.
Don't
Touch
try.
him.
Snake.
Touch him.
But anyway, that's not the point. I honestly don't care. If you say he trusts you, then I'll believe you. So,
Thank you.
Come in. It must have been a long journey.
Oh, this terrible, this fucking snake. Okay. It was a.
Sorry about that.
You better be
It was
sorry.
a rough journey. It was a rough journey. I saw many things and encountered so much, and so many stories to tell. And
As you
others.
get inside, you would have noticed that the sun was on your back when you opened the door, so you were pretty silhouetted. And as you get inside, her eyes begin to adjust to the new light, and then she notices your chest. Oh God! What? Were you burnt?
yeah, we were busy raiding a bandit camp,
Oh,
looking for
Civilian
Rain's
camp.
sister.
Good heavens,
And,
Terry! Let me get you something for that. And then she rushes off to the back, and brings back quite a high quality potion that you know is very good for numbing and making people drowsy to deal with pain, essentially. She says, "Help!
I made that shit.
Let me help you with that." And she begins to like pour some onto a rag and then wipe it across your chest, glistening.
Can you please ask me to take my top off?
Oh wait, I thought your top was always off.
Yeah,
I thought you were
Ooh.
shirtless.
Somewhat.
Yeah, I literally thought you were like shirtless this entire time, like through the entire
Yeah.
campaign.
Okay. Alright, that's fine. I'll accept that.
Okay, well in that case she rips your shirt off.
No, I could be shirtless. Let's go with that. With my armor in my mind, it was, so it's from the top down.
If
That's
you're
fine. I'm
actually
actually
Terry
happy with that.
Crews, all you really need to do is rip your shirt off with flex.
That's actually fair enough. I am happy enough at this point to flex, and whatever I thought was on is now gone. There we go.
Including the
We
snake.
have-
The snake just
Ow,
flies
yeah.
across
Yeah,
against
get
the
snake,
roof.
Run off the
Potato
fluffy pick it up.
chips!
But yeah, then that's fine. I flex, like, and it breaks the fabrics off, and there we go.
Fantastic. So
Okay.
she begins tending to your bod, and I don't know how deep you want to go with this. Should we just ad lib the situation because
Well-
Deep what? You wanna go add lube?
no man, ad lib it means like just describe it in general what happens because I feel like this
Yeah.
is about to get PG.
Raunchy.
Yeah. Did she start? Okay, so carry on with where are we going with this? We'll
Well,
go. and
okay,
we'll
so
see.
essentially you guys both sit down at the table, catch up, she makes some tea. If this is all cool with you, if not, just jot in and then let me know. But she makes you some tea, and you begin talking about the whole adventure that you had.
Yeah.
Is there anything in particular that you want to mention to her, or say to her, or
Yes.
blah, 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 blah?
Will you
Right.
name
So, I begin by telling her about meeting Egonox and how he's a he's a flippin' gargoyle. And I say he's a gargoyle. He's made of stone, but he's walking around. He told me, he confided in me that he used to be a man before he was changed to a gargoyle, which I found quite interesting. He didn't mention to anybody else apart from myself and Barry, but that he told me that, and I was shocked. He has to eat the flesh of man
Oh God.
just to keep himself sustained, which it's not his fault. I mean, I can't hold something like cannibalism against him, but you know, he needs to do it. So as we were going, the bodies we were leaving behind, the people we were killing, he this is in character. He asked if he could, eat them, and I said yeah. Wasn't
As
I mean,
you're
I-
talking, I'm assuming this is like getting quite tough for you to say.
yeah,
She puts her hand on your arm and says, "It's okay, I understand."
yeah.
It's a complicated situation, but it must be done, and he seems like a good man.
He's he is amazing. Everybody's amazing. But
You're amazing.
then we. Thank you. I know. Power. So yeah, then I tell her about the first bandit camp, and then how I was trying to keep the one guy alive, and
Oh, so
how he got
brave.
shot in the throat. Gonna kill someone again, and I won't remember this one. But yeah, then how he died to Lily's hand, and then I mentioned how we moved over to the next bandit camp, and then how I say yeah, we were moving up the hill to find Tori, and in the first bandit camp there was a man who was dying. He was suffering, so I ended it. I killed him, and it wasn't easy. And soon after is where I got these burns from, when a man jumped out with the bomb and he threw it at us. Egonox was able to get away, and it hurt Lily and myself. I was able to heal Lily before she was very seriously hurt, but these burns hurt me a bit, and yeah, which wasn't. I believe it was karma. I think I deserved it.
No. It wasn't karma.
I don't know. It wasn't a nice feeling to take that
You
man's
did that
life.
man a favor. He was probably brain dead at that point.
He was going to die. There was no coming back from
Oh
him.
no, I don't doubt it. You made the right call.
Yeah. Just you. Cannibalist. You want me to put that on a pizza for you? Will that make you feel better? But yeah, then I say how we went to the next camp, and then I tell the story of Tori, and how Tori was in a bad state when we found her, and her hands had been impaled by these pikes, and I was able to heal her hands and sort of tend to those wounds and lay her down and make her feel warm, but she was not conscious at all.
For the
it's a
sake
horrible thing.
of keeping things short, we've
Yeah.
all heard the story like out of character. So
Yeah.
is it cool if we just say that you sum it up? Because
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want this to take too long. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Cool.
Carefully
okay.
skips over the part where he like almost murders Tori.
Oh, wait, are you gonna say about that part or not?
I am going to speak about that because it hurt. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so then I go into that, go across everything, and then I go, yeah. But then as we were leaving, was carrying Tori away, and to see if the effects of this obelisk we found her near were affecting her still. If she was somehow tied to this obelisk, despite the distance. I took her a bit closer, and she went to a state of shock, and it wasn't a nice feeling. And I was trying to defend my actions, but it was wrong of me to test that. But I needed to know, so we knew if it was some sort of curse or something. Something was binding her to that. Yeah, that's it.
She thinks over the situation for a second and eventually takes a sip of her tea, sets it down, lets out quite a long sigh, and says, "Your intentions, I don't doubt that they were very good. It might have been the wrong thing to do, but it doesn't make you a bad person. don't beat yourself up about it. And later into the afternoon and probably close into the evening, you talk about sweet nothings to each other. I'm guessing.
Yes.
And eventually, she gets up, walks over to you, and whispers in your ear, "Give me some of that sweet ding dong."
Ooh, power, baby.
No, but legit though, you can see like as the night goes on and on, she's becoming like more and more like flustered, and at times you can see that she's blushing, and eventually she confesses herself to you, saying how ever since
Sorry, I'm a Liz. Can't do this.
She says how ever since you walked into the shop and started to help out in business and her entire livelihood, her life seems to have brightened up, and she eventually, like after she's like made her little confession, she kind of like sits down, like her hands both on the table, in the middle of the table. She like kind of looks down and says, so what do we do from here?
I'm gay. Joking.
Say that again. I don't think he will allow you to joke.
No. I'm just joking.
Was it in character?
No, I doubt it. Do you say that in character? If you really want to, you can.
No.
Buzzkill.
So yeah, I say to I feel the same way. You've caught my attention, and to be honest, I'd never really had anybody in my life that I can sort of call a lover or a partner. And yes,
Easy,
you caught
cowboy.
my attention. Wow. I'm a confident man, okay?
Confident
baby.
virgin.
I'm into ya. No, I'm quite genuine when I say that to her, that I've like that my life has been focused around helping others, and I've never been able to form any serious relationships with people. Yeah.
So
Can I consummate it?
to make it less awkward, because frankly I don't really want to roleplay this bit. Shall we just say that into the night you give her a taste of the real power?
Slowly is the yes. I.
So
I get-
we did this for Graeme. Can you roll me an acrobatics check?
Oh God, no! Oh
For
God,
what
no!
reason?
Please, no!
They are experiencing the
God.
power.
Oh God! Oh no!
An
No!
acrobatics check.
This is what you had to roll, I think.
Okay,
You're doing
so
it
No,
right
I had
there.
to roll a performance
gonna-
check.
Oh, was it? Okay.
perform.
I'd say either roll acrobatics or perform.
I don't.
Oh,
you
definitely
could put it
perform,
in
definitely
any
fucking
skill
perform.
and it would sound wrong.
If
Do you want me
Roll-
to?
roll
Do you want
Roll
me to run
sleight
it or
of
Terry?
hand.
handle animal,
Oh my god.
Roll strength.
and then afterwards I can roll escape artist. Okay.
Considering how human females are, you should rather roll survival.
You could roll climb, you could roll swim, you could roll any
the
of
way
those.
my character looks, I'm gonna have to.
Swim.
With the way my character looks, I'm gonna have to roll swim.
There's literally a rod skill.
Oh my god.
Oh yes, there we go.
I'm,
That's
roll-
it.
I'm,
Lift
I'm
up,
rolling
lift up her
perform.
skirt, find out she has a chastity belt, then you have to roll disable device.
Okay, I'm gonna roll perform.
Alrighty then.
Roll bluff to slip it in the wrong hole.
I
Alright.
mean, of course.
No, bluff would be to
You lost
convince
10
her
minutes.
that it was the rat hole.
Cool. There's my sexy roll there.
Alrighty then. So
Full 10 minutes.
no, yeah, that is in terms of minutes, so that goes on for quite a while, and then I'm guessing that's how you spend your night.
Yes.
Right. I'm just gonna toss you into the back room.
Oh my.
Yes. Wait,
Cool.
Fluffy needs to go. Put Fluffy around a vase.
No, you watch.
Now you watch, boy. I'm gonna teach you a few things of how to use a snake.
Real, yeah.
Alrighty then. So
My
Call him
black
the Snake
mamba.
Whisperer.
now that we're now that we're done with Terry Crews antics, I'm guessing that I don't know if you'd have the energy to do anything else in that night or morning. So
No.
Well-
Apart from the fact that when I wake up in the morning, the dead, I see the dead. Joking,
the
I
usual.
see I'm haunted by Lily and the guy I killed and
1 second.
that's about it.
Microphone muted.
Rip Lily, never forget that bitch. This makes me
Microphone
think though,
activated.
Sorry
Graham,
about
did
that.
you intentionally get that character killed?
Whoa. I agree with your dog, Sam.
My dog.
Your dog, I agree with him.
I too agree with that dog.
Woo.
So yeah,
Anyway, so who is next? It is Graeme next. Graeme, what did you do that roll for earlier?
I was joking.
For
Okay.
jokes. For
I
lols.
said
You did it
Silas
for the
walks
lols.
up to the smith and is like, I'm a nice guy. Honest, roll bluff. So,
Alright, so Silas, what have you been doing lately? Do you want to do anything new?
well, Bree said she'd take me out to go meet those elements that apparently speak common.
Oh, Breeze. Yeah,
Yeah.
so Steve pretty much said that he might not be in part of this campaign, so if you want, you can just say that you go out of town. Oh, you're going to follow her out of town then?
Yeah, well,
She
I mean,
already
she
left,
said,
though.
Alright, cool. So, oh god.
yeah, but I would have left with
Sorry,
her and been
everyone's just
like,
coming
hey,
to
you're
this room.
taking me.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm just going to say, since he's not here, that Breeze takes you out of town and takes you into the woods quite far, and you come across eventually some wisps and some like fairies and that kind of stuff. Not like a whole colony of them, but she knows how to track them and how to follow them and how to find them. And you find one or two here, and while they do mainly speak Sylvan, they have learnt the common tongue to speak with travelers and that kind of stuff. So that she might have been a bit wrong about them speaking mainly common.
Okay. So they'd rather just speak Sylvan in that
Yeah,
case.
that's their native language.
Alright. Well,
Do you want to try communicate with any of them, or
yeah, I'll try to communicate with them.
right? What do you want to
Like,
say? Well, okay, let's set this up properly. So, Breeze is guiding you through the woods. She's a very silent and like just kind of ushering you along. If you try to make conversation, she'll just be like, meh, whatever. And eventually, you come across a small grotto. I don't have a map for this, but just trust me on this. A small grotto with a spring, and she mentions to you how this is typically where you would find some sort of wild spirits. And surely enough, after a few minutes of waiting, so you come across a grotto. After waiting for a few minutes, a wisp shows up with a fairy in tow, and they're just prancing along, acting like nothing's wrong in the world. And eventually, the fairy catches eye of you. You can tell because Breeze is standing out in the open and clearly saw her first, and then as soon as it saw you, this shady cloaked figure, it immediately dashes back behind a rock. The wisp doesn't seem too phased. The wisp is essentially just like a coagulation of energy, bright light, dancing along.
right, Silas shakes his robes out. Time to murder. No, I'm joking. Yeah, well, I'll speak out in Sylvan. Do not be afraid, little one. I just come here to learn.
Roll me a persuasion or
I
diplomacy.
mean, diplomacy.
Yeah.
Ooh, my bluff is not the only thing huge and intimidating for females.
work on Nerd Owl.
Nice. Alright, so you say whatever it was, I forget, and slowly but surely you can see the small fairy peek her head out from behind the rock and then float upwards and then start floating towards you. She doesn't say anything though, and she looks very timid and skittish, about as if she were to run away at any point if you were to make any movements.
Well, I asked her in Sylvan if she'd be less skittish if I took my hood off.
Oh wait, sorry, did you say the first bit in Sylvan, right?
Yeah, it's in Sylvan.
Okay. Then yeah, she would have been a little bit cautious, but if it was in Sylvan, then she might be a bit more relaxed because, you know, it's more familiar to her. And as you talk about taking your hood off, she slowly nods, while keeping some distance away from you.
Okay, just wait. If you want, I can actually speak in Sylvan.
Like actual...
Actual Sylvan, yes. I have a token Elfish translator. I'm joking.
No, you can do it if you want, but you'll have to translate to us nerds that don't speak Sylvan.
Nah, fuck it. Too much work.
Alright. So I'm guessing
Right,
you
so-
take off your hood then?
Yeah, I take off my hood, but I don't bother disguising myself because they'd probably just see through it anyway,
Yeah, I was about to say.
being nature
And-
spirits.
Now, I need to check. Would Breeze know that... Like, so, as you take off your hood then, and you don't bother disguising yourself, Breeze would also see who you are then.
Yeah, she'd see the fluffy ears.
Oh, alrighty then. So, you take off...
fluffy though.
You take off your hood, and your ears perk up out of it, as though they were, like, flopping out.
Yep.
Not flopping out, but, like, popping out. And as soon as this happens, she immediately, like jumps up, like, becomes a bit more excited, then dashes around you, like, circling around you, and begins squealing a bit. And she says back to you in Sylvan, "I'm a word, so you're a kitsune. There aren't many around here these days. Where'd you come from?"
From a land far away.
"Ah. Oh, I suggest you be careful around here. Kitsune were hunted not too long ago."
That sounds
Breeze.
ominous.
Dun, 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 dun.
"Oh no, don't worry. I don't doubt that there are others. I mean, you kind do have some kind of tact to disguising yourself, but I would just be cautious around anyone that seems criminal or official."
I always am. I smile and wink at her. So
So,
I'll then
What brings you here?
I'll then explain that I'm a wandering scholar looking for any information or anything out of the ordinary. I've been told that the spirits of this forest seem to be able to communicate in common as well as the standard Sylvan.
Oh yes, some of us just picked that up as a... we just like to toy with travelers now and then. It's not too hard for us to learn new languages. Yes, Larry, or Mark, after this little encounter thing, shall we take a break to go get some dinner and stuff?
Thank you.
Cool. Are you guys
Do
cool with
that?
that?
Yeah?
Yep.
Cool. Alright, so she speaks about how a lot of them learnt common, because a lot of them nearby towns often speak to travelers and that kind of stuff. Some of them like to play pranks on them by doing like harmless tricks and like calling from the woods like, "Oh hey, you strong man, why don't you come and see this?" And then like they'll lure them into a pit or whatever. Not like anything violent, just like, you know, tricks.
You don't have to justify yourself to me, little one. Kitsune are known for their tricks. Would you happen
There's a
to
lot of
have
fun. Many humans are quite dim.
Yes, they are. Would you happen to have any leader
Oh,
of
yes.
some sort?
I'll have to see if he's okay with it, but yeah, maybe. Why don't you come back here sometime? I normally hang around here in the daytime, so when I speak to him, I'll get back to you and let you know. What should I
Alright.
call you?
I'd probably just give them my proper name because I doubt like nature spirits are going to be in league with the Magic Academy.
So Sylis. then.
Yeah, Sylis.
Sylis. Alright then. Well, check back every now and then, and maybe we'll see each other again. And then,
I'll be looking forward to it, I say, and then give her a wink.
God, she's a fairy.
Of course she's a fairy.
So then,
It's female and it moves. Sylis is going to flirt with it.
God.
right. So as you actually, is there some kind of charm or anything like that? Like anything to roll for that?
diplomacy, perform, bluff?
Let's say perform, because it's a wink, not dialogue. And I'm just gonna roll a sense motive for her.
Being the party face. Pays off.
Alright, so you manage to charm her. As you give her a wink, you can see she blushes quite a bit. And she gives you... she's a very timid wave goodbye. I tried to motion it, but then I realized you guys couldn't see me. Like...
How do you know? Look out your window, Sam.
It's just you with your laptop set up outside. So she blushes and gives you a bit of a timid wave goodbye. And she says, "Now, if we're all done here, I have other matters to attend to." And she dives into the grotto and starts swimming around with the wisp. The wisp doesn't go underwater, just kind of dances along the water surface.
Alright.
Cool.
I shall watch and take notes. The pervert I am. No, I'm joking.
She's not naked.
I know,
Yeah.
I'm joking, man. Alright, so we're gonna have a
Not in his
short
eyes.
break.
Yeah, so take a short break and then just everyone, start speaking when you get back so we know when everyone's back. Cool. Check your notes.
Sweet. Back up.
Cheers.
461, let's go. Wait.
Let's go. Oh
what?
no. I literally rolled without you recording it. That's depressing.
Oh
Now the
no,
evidence isn't
now
there,
we'll
you
never
shitty
know
roll.
what you
Oh,
rolled,
no.
even though it's right there.
Oh no.
He
Um,
needs to crack him.
They also
Before
don't know the fact that I rolled a 13 on a 13 pass.
Yeah, whatever. Steve rolled a
Okay.
13 on a 13 pass. Now they know.
Okay.
Cool. So, yeah. What are
Sorry.
we going with next? So, shall we go with Steve next?
I mean, I've rolled and I know who it is.
Yeah.
That was
So,
interesting.
Steve, you've buggered off into the woods with Sylis, and now he has
No.
revealed.
Don't say it like that.
Oh.
You took it like that.
Okay.
You have to roll to resist, Steve. No, I'm
You're
joking.
so funny.
So,
But resist
how,
the urge to hand your ass into the authorities.
how do you respond to Sylis taking his hood off? Just a quick recap. Sylis was someone was looking for Sylis in the town. Someone that looks like a mercenary, or a group of people, small group. This was about a month ago, and since then they have left, but not on ship. So they're somewhere around Turnach, but nobody knows
Sweet.
where.
Okay.
And now Breeze knows this.
Intrigue.
So, what are you gonna do?
Okay. Like I said, where exactly did we finish off when it comes to the fairies? Fairies.
I just finished talking to them and they're playing in the
Yeah.
pond.
Okay, so
well,
are we in
it's
the
just-
same area as them?
It's, yeah, it's
Yeah.
one ferry. You're nearby a grotto, where the one ferry has
Made a home.
finished.
Made a home.
I made a home. Not necessarily. She just goes there every day to like chill and play and stuff. And there's a wisp with
Right.
her, like a little ball of light that's dancing along the top of the water. What do you want to do?
Bloopity bloop. Okay, well, I'm not necessarily gonna call him out on anything just yet. Just give him a slight glance so that he kind of
I'm calling
knows
you out.
that I've figured
slut.
something out.
Like raise one eyebrow at him.
Just knowing glance, not necessarily raise an eyebrow or anything obvious, but you know when someone looks at you and you're like, oh shit,
Just like a brutally menacing glare.
something like that.
But casual, brutally menacing.
Charm person.
You're gonna charm
joking.
Breeze.
No, I'm not gonna call him out on anything just yet.
No, that's what Graeme was gonna do.
No, if she gives me a look as soon as the hood goes down, I'd be focused on the fairy so I wouldn't see it.
No, I'm gonna make a point of making sure
Literally
you-
walk around in front of you.
No, like
Well,
when the hood comes down,
Just
when
like
you're done
suddenly pop up
talking
in
to
front
him.
of his face.
Hi.
Hello.
well then,
No,
charm
but
person
seriously,
it
though,
is.
like,
So you're
No,
gonna
no,
charm
but
person.
it's
Well, I mean,
not
if-
like a menace. It's not menacing. That's it. Wait, just something to let him know that I realized something.
It's,
What's your will
She
save,
wants to
Steve?
blackmail you.
yeah, what's the...
I'm not gonna blackmail shit. All I want, I'm literally gonna.
He
talk
doesn't
to
know
him
that though.
about it
It's his
afterwards.
choice whether or not he wants to
Passive
charm you.
aggressive.
I'm joking,
Good
of
job.
course.
Okay, I didn't.
What is my will save? +2. That's pretty sad.
The way you've been rolling.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get negative. I'll get -4 somehow.
Or
Don't
you
worry.
know he's due for a 20, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So what else do you do?
I don't think so.
From the
No,
here,
no,
do you
nothing.
part with?
Well, once
You
In
I
character,
mean,
in character, in character.
so like I say, this was after he's finished speaking. Like the character would turn and look at me for a reaction. Like, well, what do you have to say about this? But I'm not
You
gonna
can't-
say
you can't say what
anything
Graham's
out
character
loud around
does.
the. You know, okay. I thought it was my turn.
But you're trying to say what Graham's character does. You said once he's finished talking, he's going to
You
look
said
at you.
didn't he finish?
Yeah, I finished talking to the fairy. Now I'm busy watching and taking notes as she's frolicking in the pond.
The fairy said he must come
Okay.
back again.
Come
I
back.
gave-
Okay.
I gave her a wink,
Is this the same fairy size we were talking about from your one, Grim? Like,
pretty much.
A little
okay.
bit larger, I'd say, in this campaign.
Right.
Not much.
Because they're hardier in this.
In
land.
what way?
Again, Steve,
Yes.
in case you
Damn it.
weren't listening,
The
the
wax.
checklist for Sylis hitting on something is it female and does it move?
If it doesn't move, screw it.
I mean, it's no fun.
Then eat it.
Okay.
No,
So
it does
it's
move, then you screw it.
that's interesting. So if his character walks past for
His
any
character-
people later, just stop. Good to know. Like you start hitting on me, just play dead. Like
That's not going to stop him. You were
This
moving at some
chick's
point.
fucking. It'd be like, this chick's fucking
I'm,
crazy.
I'm
I'm
sure.
over it.
I'm sure if Silas walked past a visually attractive bush, he would try and,
I'm sure
do
with
it.
those booty shorts, if you walk
No,
past
that's
a mirror,
Sullok.
I like how you make the reference. I like how you make the reference to bushes.
I'm
Which
pretty
is the
sure
one that's
that's more
implied
your thing than mine.
Yes.
the image that you
pretty
sent
sure-
me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure bushes is more your thing than mine.
Try trees, bruh.
Yeah, don't-
okay. So wait. Okay. So he's literally just standing there looking at this fairy float around a bit,
He's a perv, yeah.
Taking notes, yes. A book.
taking notes in a book.
Studying. In inverted commas.
Like also looking at the magical energies around the grotto, that sort of shit.
Okay.
I'm doing some freaky magic shit.
Freaking magic shit. It's called science.
Called analyzing.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well,
Science, bitch.
Graham, do you turn to face Breeze eventually?
oh,
Or
I'm just trying to think about how I'm gonna word this. Okay.
But-
With
If
I'm
love.
just gonna
just
walk
like-
up.
If she walks up to me or is just standing there awkwardly, I'll be like, can I help you?
You know, it would be standing there awkwardly for a bit anyway. I mean, let's be honest, it's not the most talkative of people around.
Yeah.
Walks up and quietly says, in a normal sort of manner, I think I kind of know who you are, but don't worry, I understand the purpose of not being noticed.
Oh, well, I thank you, my lady. You're not interested in all of the story?
It might be interesting to find out, but again, it's got to be you who feels like saying it.
Well, I'm actually rather proud. He like gives
rather
a
around.
Wait.
What?
Actually, right.
rather
Yeah,
round?
proud
cut
of
it
it. Proud of it.
Proud.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it can probably make for a good story later then, I guess.
Well, whenever you want to hear, just let me know.
Okay,
I've
okay.
got science to do.
Alright, I won't bug you then. As I understand, I still have like 4 or 5 days left to get until my knife is done. I'm probably going to hang around the area, but I would say it's more safe for you to go back to the town. Do you need me to escort you back at all, or you'll be okay here?
Pretty sure I can remember the way. Thank you very much for your kind assistance, Lady Breeze.
Pleasure to do business. Turn around and just wander off into the bush.
A bush
Nice.
or the bush?
Can we go 5 seconds without a sexual innuendo?
It wasn't one. I was just imagining.
I
Well,
think that was
walking
20.
into a
How was that not a
I would
sexual
like-
innuendo?
I would like to point out that if she turns around and walks into the bush without looking back, Sylis is going to be checking out that ass.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
It's
Do you-
probably a pretty good ass, so you know.
Do you guys want to do a stealth roll or perception roll to see if you get caught?
To see if what? Oh, I literally don't care.
Okay.
I love those
Do
kind
it
of
anyway.
Dude,
Harry
okay,
knows
you know
when
what?
to go for some
know-
company.
You know what? Let me just roll it anyway, just for the sake of seeing.
Damn,
Graeme?
son.
Graham, roll stealth.
Hit that stealth.
Hit the stealth button.
You
Smash
mean
it.
the
Smash that
plus
stealth
1?
button.
Can't
This
wait to see this.
better goddamn work.
Lol.
Lol. Okay, I can't lose, so that's it.
Jeez.
But you're like,
So, as
So, I would like.
That's funny.
I almost headbutted before that is the first picture.
as Breeze begins to walk away, Sullok tries to take a curt glance behind him.
Sullok.
Oh, it's not Sullok, sorry.
you must have
Sylis.
across.
Sylis.
All these S's. Sylis
From
tries to take a
across
glance
the
behind him.
town, the guy's like, oh!
God. So Sylis tries to like turn around slowly and slyly and get a glimpse, but he kind of like topples over.
He gets overwhelmed. No, he literally turns around and gets overwhelmed in the moment. He's like, oh, damn!
He falls over in the grass and lets out like a moan, like ugh. And then Breeze, you manage to just glance over your shoulder and see like he's trying to, yeah.
Yeah.
He's become a black guy with glasses.
Blood shooting out of
But
his
he's-
nose.
And like drool coming out the side of his mouth.
He wasn't very sly. You could say he was Lylus.
My soul.
Okay,
That's the
So
current
anyway.
window of the
Jason,
fun for tonight.
that's the second time today, Jason.
okay.
You're gonna
So
turn me ginger before I know it.
Okay. No, Jesus, Daddy. Okay, no, but seriously though, just so you guys know, apparently Breeze has a spectacular backside. Anyway,
Based on you?
Like,
Well,
Whoa,
we'll go with it.
apparently,
whatever.
I mean, let's be honest, Sylis has been around. And this one made him fall over, so you know.
Anywho,
Yeah,
so,
yeah, okay.
as I just want
After
to,
noticing, it's literally just going to be like a slightly confused look, like there's a little bit of like, oh, figured out what it was, and just shake her head and walk away anyway.
so I'm just gonna finish off Sylis a little bit before I get back to you. So, Sylis, no. So, I'm guessing you continue.
So many memes.
You continue. I can't even check this. You
No.
continue chilling by the grotto for a little while, and you notice this fairy, while she's kind of swimming around, she occasionally pops up to get like a reed or two, and then takes them underwater. And every now and then you'll like look down and write down your journal and that kind of stuff. And when you look back up one time, this is after about maybe half an hour or so, you notice that she's not in the water anymore, and you begin to look from side to side, and from behind you you can hear like the sound of a fairy. It's like this weird, if I can say sparkles as a sound, like that weird. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but that like weird high
Like a
pitched
tinkling noise.
Yeah, tinkling. There you go.
Sunshine, sparkle.
And you get this strange reed, like almost crown band put on your head from behind you, and then she flies around to the front of you and says, "Okay, cool, I'm off," and then she just blinks away into the forest quickly.
Okay then.
Yeah, very like quick and abrupt, and she's gone.
And on cooldown for 7
Chip,
seconds.
Okay, so she put a crown
It's
of
11
what?
seconds actually.
It's not necessarily a crown. I just don't know how to say it. Like a headband made of reeds that she was like making.
Oh.
Yeah,
Circlets.
yeah, circlet. There you go.
Headrest.
Headdress.
It was literally just like
So
a
the headdress
literally
is
just a
slightly more
band.
detailed.
It wasn't anything spectacular. It didn't have any like decorations in it.
Spectacular.
No, Steve, it's a headrest. It's literally like instead of like you know one that holds up like hats, it just holds heads.
It's a bush
Judging-
beanie.
It's a new
Judging
Says
by
this
how,
man.
judging how good my roll was last night, you could call me Circlet.
I don't understand that one.
It's another pun. Just leave it.
Pun.
Just ignore it, move on.
Okay, back to D&D. Back to D&D.
Yeah. So, Steve, what do you do for the rest of the time? Do you go out and hunt for a bit?
Well, yeah, hunting not for the sake of hunting. It's literally now going to be just living while I'm in the area.
Okay, so just chilling essentially.
Yeah, hunt like a bird or something once a day, sort of thing to
Can you roll me a
sustain.
survival?
Lol. Can I roll your survival?
I don't know. Can you?
This one isn't as good as the
Fail.
others. If I fail this, I'm gonna lose my shit.
No, sorry.
Oh god.
No, natural one.
You die. No. You don't die.
This is the worst luck I've ever had on a like. Seriously, 2, 1, 4, 2.
If
You
kill
keep
the bird,
saying
it gets
you're getting bad rolls, so that's what you get.
Yeah.
Seriously, like I'm not even kidding. Since the start, okay.
Neither
two
am
on
I.
the first
That
one,
quick, bruh.
4,
No,
2, and a 1.
You used up all your luck in episode like 2.
That was a different character. Doesn't count.
Yeah, but
Yes, it
forever.
does. Karma doesn't see differences like that.
4. I'm just going back. Like I haven't had good luck in anything actually. With Breeze 1.
Yeah, even when you're walking to the inn, trying to be
Oh,
stealthy.
there we go.
Yeah, we got
An
the highest
18.
rolls possible.
She face planted.
I remember that 18 was something for like something
4.
quite
For something
unimportant.
completely
irrelevant. Just-
Yeah, irrelevant. Thank you.
Yeah, I also hardly roll 20s, bro. Especially
1,
with my double crit.
2. No, seriously though, like my average rolls is actually probably about 4 right now. Okay, you know what? Whatever. Just
Nice.
kill me off. Let's move on to the next character.
No, you're not gonna die from this.
It's just
You haven't
really
even
hungry
been
though.
in combat
Stupid.
yet. Just now she gets like 20s every time.
Yeah, don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Oh, this chicken's pretty goddamn dead.
You got
So,
chickens?
So move on to the next one.
If Sam wasn't such a nice person, I should die.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna say that as you, since you have a +8, you're not gonna die. Like,
Yeah.
just instinctually you'll live off of something, like your foot. So you begin walking away from Sylis, pretty unperturbed by his advances, and you begin to try and ponder where you might make camp, not make camp, but like where you might move through the next week to just bide your time until the engraving is ready. So you wander along, and it's getting pretty late. Like, it's getting to nightfall, and you know there's still quite a way that you want to go to your spot. Is it a stretch to say that there might be one tree in particular that you are quite fond of, like a really tall tree that you like climbing up during night time to watch over the horizon?
I guess you could say that, yeah.
Right. So I'm going to say that you know that the tree is a fair distance away, maybe like 1.5 kilometers. So you break out into a little bit of a jog, and it gets dark a little bit quicker than you expected. Like, you thought there was more time in the day, but it's alright. You know the landscape. Everything's going alright. Everything's fine. Taking a few steps here and there, and oh, what's that? Looks like it's some kind of mudslide or landslide. You twist your ankle and fall down the hill and get knocked unconscious for the night.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Better than dying.
Do I hear this?
No, that would have been about half a
No,
kilometer
this would have
away.
been about a... Yeah, I was going to say.
Okay.
You
But
wait.
my healing feelings start twitching, and they're like, "Don't need healing."
Dude, this is literally like in kilometers away from you.
Doesn't matter.
I smell pain.
I
You
smell
literally
healing.
get bloodlust from Bloodseeker.
Like
Start
I
sprinting
gallop out
through
on
the
all
woods.
fours, running towards. At night I go, I just run on all fours.
blood!
Healing, as I'm panting off into the distance.
Make like a dazzle on tick.
So So you fade into this strange sort of unconscious, dreamless sleep, though it's not particularly comfortable. And eventually, quite some time later, you get jostled awake. You open your eyes, your vision is blurry, your head is shaking, you have like the worst headache in the world. You feel that your leg is not necessarily broken, but your ankle is like in quite a bit of pain. And as you look up to see who was shaking your shoulder to wake you up, you see this brilliant red-haired burly man with a wood chopping axe. He's bald on top, but that lack of hair on top he makes up for on his chest and his beard. And he looks at you with his strong, scarred face and says, Madam, hello? And as you open your eyes, he says, oh, thank God you're okay. What happened? Well, he looks up at the hill and kind of makes an assumption.
Yeah, gonna
Be
do a
careful with that.
slightly awkward look back.
Do you need any assistance?
I don't. My leg hurts a bit, but I don't know what you can really do about that.
Can you stand up?
I don't know. Let me try. Roll anything for that? Like-
I'm gonna say no because your ankle has been dislocated.
Oh,
so
jeez.
you can't
Okay.
necessarily walk on it.
You don't know that.
It
So
dislocated.
stand up and collapse again.
It dislocated and then relocated, and it's begun to swell up quite a lot now. You can't put any weight on it. So you take his hand and he helps you up, and as you put the tiniest amount of weight on your, I'm gonna say it's your right foot, and it just your entire leg just like gives in. Like the pain is quite overwhelming at this point, and you know there's no way that you can walk back.
No, man down. Woman down.
So what do you say to him? I'm guessing after letting out a little yelp.
I mean, healing.
Yeah. I require healing. No, my I can't stand on my right foot.
Alright then, well, I have a cabin pretty close by. I can carry you there if you want. And I'm sure my wife can help you out.
Rape cabin.
Oh,
Yay! Everyone just got shut down.
Everyone knows we're going to a rape cabin.
Nope. So what do you say?
I don't know how safe I'd feel about that, if I'm completely honest.
Madam, I promise nothing is going to happen to you. If I wanted to mug you, I would have done so.
I suppose that makes sense. Alright, yeah, that would be a great help, thank you.
Alright then.
You were never heard of again.
I suppose I'll just... And then he just picks you up in his arms and then...
Yoink.
He like, you can tell he's like really awkward about it. I haven't done this in a very long time. And eventually, like, you know how a husband would carry his newlywed bride down the aisle? That's how he kind of carries you. Yeah, he just tosses you off the rest of the cliff.
Ah, just like my ex-wife.
no wonder I haven't done it in such a long time.
He looks at you and...
Okay, so just turn and look off into the forest.
Yeah, so he looks at you and he says, my hands are kind of full here, would you mind just holding my axe? And he kind of hands, like, well, do you grab the axe off of the floor?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. So, he begins walking back, and it's quite a long walk. I don't know if you want to say anything to him or anything along those lines. I'll get back to it in a second. It looks dodgy.
Not particularly.
Okay.
Just kind of like keep quiet.
So on the journey back, you can tell he's heading east. Pretty much back.
Stop this.
I'll check it afterwards, Graeme.
No shit.
You can tell he's heading back towards the direction of Argshafen.
Wow.
And
You posted the same pic. Oh no, wait a minute. Okay.
I checked as well. Is that literally a site called memes.com?
Oh god,
That's disgusting.
we're slipping.
Yeah. Let's try to keep it as much in character as possible, guys. So,
Yeah.
he carries you back towards the direction of Augusthafen, and along the way, he's trying to make small talk. You can tell he's a little bit awkward about this. So, what are you doing out here all this way?
I live in the wild.
Yoo-hoo.
You live in the wild. Huh.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that
you're
normal?
you're an elf, aren't you?
Oh, well,
Oh,
what
oh.
give it away? My
Oh.
ears?
Oh yeah, I haven't seen many, you know. I'm just
Elves?
yes. They,
I'm surprised you've seen
These are
any
good.
elves, fairly.
Well,
Honestly.
not any. Yes, you're right. You're right.
Well.
He kind of like coughs to himself.
Yeah, no. I'm really
Yep.
rare breed around here.
oh, a rare breed of elf, or I don't know how it all works.
No, just in general.
Oh, okay. He's very awkward about all his speech, and
Okay.
if you don't say anything else to him, then he tries to remain silent through the rest of the trip. And eventually,
Alright.
you can smell smoke, like starting faint and then getting stronger and stronger. And eventually, he takes you back to a cabin. In the distance, you can see like the walls of Augusthafen peeking through the trees, and he takes you inside, like kind of bumps the door open with with his shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
and he starts saying like, "Honey, I'm ho," and then as he says "ho," he bumps your head on the door frame. It's, "Oh God, I'm
good.
so sorry," and then like almost drops you and like fumbles awkwardly and like stumbles inside. He's like, "Huh, that went better in my head. What was I gonna say?" And then he eventually just waddles inside. You can tell there's a lit hearth inside, and he lays you down on a ragged carpet in front of it. He says, "Just wait here, I need to get my wife."
Okay.
And as you're sitting there, this average-sized dog, just like a German Shepherd or something, starts waltzing through the house, through the cabin, and, oh god, sorry.
Microphone muted.
I'll grab later.
Hold on. Was that me lagging or did you just
Microphone
No,
activated.
sorry, my dad came into the room
stop?
again.
Okay.
God, like, I've been
I'm like,
interrupted so
oh
many times.
no.
So,
Oh,
what was I saying? Yeah, a German Shepherd walks into the
Would
room.
this, sorry, quickly, would that roll have helped at all if I'd gotten a 10 instead of an 8? Or is
Yeah.
the natural one what caused all of this?
It's the natural way. It's the natural one that caused you
Okay,
to have
because
some
I
sort of
forgot to
injury.
take into account attuned to wild elf. Anyway, as
It would have been a pretty similar situation.
okay, anyway.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so a German Shepherd kind of walks into the room. You can hear it sniffing, and as soon as it like sees you, its ears perk up, and it like runs up to you and starts like licking your shoulder. I'm guessing that your kind of what you're wearing is pretty similar to your token, where you have that kind of tank top over you.
Yeah, it's pretty simple clothes.
Right. So
As long as I don't intend on getting into a fight, I'm gonna wear pretty light clothing.
Yeah. So the German Shepherd comes up to you and starts licking your arm. Do you pet it or anything, or?
Yeah, I'm just
Oh jeez,
cool.
okay,
Whisper-
I only caught
whisper
a
to-
little bit after that. I caught Shepherd licking your arm.
That's next.
no, like I'm
Or Ben,
gonna
okay?
like
Yeah.
being a wildling person, I'll be able to at least like get on with it pretty well, I guess. So yeah, pet it.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
say
just,
hello
I'm
to the
just trying to
dog.
think of a dog name off the top of my head. So, after a little...
Rufus.
Huh?
Slaughter.
Rufus.
Slaughter. I'll go
Co-
with Rufus.
Call it Luma.
Luma.
Luma means bite. It means bite and Koza.
Alright, I'll go with that. So eventually you hear the lumberjack walk into the room. He says, "Oh, my wife is on her way and she's bringing some bandages and some salves for you." Oh, I see Luma's taken a liking to you. That's good. So maybe you are from the wild, actually.
Did you doubt me?
No. I'm just, it's just strange to see people living in the woods. I mean, typically people that are like that are like me. They live in cabins, but I'm not judging or anything. It's just, don't mind me. Sorry. And eventually, his wife walks into the room, gives him a slap on the arm. Stop being so weird. Walks over to you, kneels down. You
Push you off a cliff.
you can tell she's got
Look,
a big
Just
red dress
remember-
and apron on.
this was enough to make a guy who's very seasoned in the way of women fall over, so, you know. Some poor lumberjacks be very overwhelmed.
Ugly ass woods wife.
So this
Yeah, exactly.
this kind lady walks up to you, and she kneels down and starts tending to your ankle. She's handling it very gently, so it doesn't cause you too much pain.
I assume
she-
taking off the leather boots,
Yeah.
Right.
Um,
that might hurt.
yeah, well, she knows how to do this. Like, her husband is a lumberjack.
Alright.
He's been hit by trees.
Yeah, okay,
So
sweet.
she knows how to deal with injuries.
Makes sense.
So she takes off the boots and starts tending to your ankle. You can, like, seeing it now, you can tell it's bloodied and bruised. You've got quite a big gash up your shin. And it's very, very swollen. And she just like looks at you like, God, did you fall down a mountain? And the lumberjack kind of chants. He's like, kind of, a little bit, yes. And eventually she just, I'm guessing she just makes small talk with you if you're willing to reciprocate. And she,
It's going to be very short answers.
yeah, she'll kind of take a hint and then, you know, keep things brief. And from there she will apply the salve to your leg, and you can feel it starts numbing it up, and it has this very cold feeling to it.
Deep heat.
Shut up! God, you just threw me off there.
And suddenly the door is kicked open and Sylis comes in. I heard there was a helpless woman. I came as soon as I could.
Door, you just went through the window.
She bandages it up, and she eventually says to you, "You're most welcome to stay here and rest this off if you want to. I mean, I don't know how you get back to Argoshafen, but we'd be more than willing to help you for as long as you need."
I have no need to go to Augusthofen for a good week or so.
Alright then. Dear, it's best that you just stay put for a little bit and rest easy, if that's okay with you. We have Luma here to keep you company.
I suppose that's good, Penny.
Alright then. And is it safe to assume that for about the next week you rest up in their cabin?
Jesus.
That would make fair amount of sense, going outside for air as often as possible, I guess.
Yeah, they would have given you like this kind of makeshift crutch that you can use to walk around. You can't really go long distances on it, but you know, you can take a little walk around. Luma would accompany you through the wilderness if you do.
Okay, sweet.
Cool. So for the next week you do that, and then you feel...
And try and introduce them to the Falcon as much as possible.
Yeah, they get all friendly and stuff. Each day the lumberjack would have left the house to go
Biltong?
It's finished already.
Each day the lumberjack would have gone out of his cabin to go and chop down trees, of course.
Yeah.
And meet up with his buddies sometime in Argoshafen. He went out sometimes to gamble in the nights. And then he would come back.
Gamble?
Yeah, no, not like anything serious. Like he just, you know, likes playing some card games.
Where?
In a tavern.
What, so he went to Augusthofen?
Yeah, it's not.
Shut your whole mouth.
You can see it through the trees. It's not like far away. It's like maybe, I don't know, a kilometer walk.
Oh, okay, so, wait, okay, so he took me back towards Augusthofen
You went
when
quite.
I fell down that hill.
You went quite far out, yeah.
Okay,
Like,
so we went
you
back
went-
towards Augusthofen.
Let's say
towards
you
his...
went 2 kilometers out away from Argoshafen. You fell down the hill. He took you back 1 kilometer. You're still 1 kilometer
Okay.
away from it. Yeah,
Fair enough.
like rough estimates.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
So I just got a bit confused there in my mind. I was like, he's
Okay.
going further away from Augusthofen. I'm like, that's a very long walk for gambling.
No, it's just like he would stroll out in the afternoon and then get back.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
evening
okay,
time.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
cool.
Yeah.
So, are we cool if we go on to a next person?
Yep.
Cool. Where are we looking? I'll get off a map. Who's next? Richie, we haven't done anything with you. Where are you actually? Oh,
He's in the inn.
oh God. Well, yeah, we can do Sullok, Richie, and Inga. So last we left off with you, you were apparently some expert tea taster, Sullok.
Of course.
And
Naturally.
Richie had some of the same tea, and he really liked it, but you didn't. Is there anything that you'd like to continue with that, or would you like to move on to the next situation?
Well, I just got I got trifled by the innkeep because he put hot spices in the tea that I drank that he gave me.
Yep.
Oh my god!
We drank the same tea.
Got pranked.
Did he, what spices did he put in?
Spicy spices.
Hot spices.
Yeah, it was from your company. He has a shipment from Ye Old Spice.
Jimmy's equal.
That's
veto.
great.
And he didn't like it.
No, Sullok didn't like it. It was like this. It was like this case that like a small box with assorted spices in it that he was told could liven up his cooking. It was part of an initiative that your company has to give out free samples, and then once they like it, they'll come.
Why was I not informed of this?
Because you weren't here, you twat.
Which manager didn't send me the message? I'll have that person fired.
Me? You want to
I'm
fire
the head of
me?
this company.
You have to fire yourself.
We'll just consider it to be somebody used their
Initiative.
Yeah, good
There's the
points.
word. Initiative.
Yeah.
and
Would you like to roll for it?
I didn't make the decision. I had no knowledge of it. I couldn't know. I just. We'll let
It's
that
too
person-
late now. He already has.
I'll roll on behalf of him.
No, you can't
Why not?
because the deed's already done.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair enough.
It's in the
The
past
deed is
now.
done. Anyway, so
The deed
he has a little case of Ye Old spices, assorted spices,
Something.
and some got put in Sullok's tea, and it was really spicy, and he did not like the spicy.
Huh.
But Egonox liked the tea, and Egonox was the judge, so the tea is good, and that's the end of it.
The old spices make
Take
you
it.
feel like
Best tea.
Power!
I could hear that ringing inside my head the entire time I was spitting out this tea.
What do you mean? It was ringing inside the cup as you were drinking.
Oh,
It was
come
a
on,
little
Sullok,
bit-
you
there was-
can't say that it was that bad now.
and then your clothes shift and morphed into pharaoh clothes.
You buffoon! You put hot spices in here. Of course.
No,
Terrible.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't
Of course you
take any
do.
spices.
Don't play the fool.
Oh no, Sullok, you are just salty, not spicy.
Oh, you are so funny, innkeep.
All these wonderful flavors of spice, and you choose to be
Oh
salty.
my, oh my. Rotten hell.
Will do.
Well, I don't know, Keep. The tea was good. Thank you very much.
Not a problem.
I
Sure.
shall be off.
Be sure to reassure Sullok of that. Every
I
chance
shall.
you get. Then keep
He's like halfway through a
slumps back
fight.
into
Hey,
his
son,
stool,
the quick one.
feeling very content with himself. And then he thinks to himself, "Oh God, I have to repair the roof." So, you waltz through town. What do you guys do?
Egonox wants to see the notice board.
Sullok does not care.
Can I ask what time in the day is this?
This is late midday, early afternoon.
There's a notice board under
Okay.
handouts there, Richie.
So,
Watch it out sarcastically.
On there's the chat area on the right. At the top, the one next to the chat one is called journal. Bring that up. Scroll down. There's handouts there. You can read the notice boards.
Yo, I can't
Which
use this
notice
one.
board is this?
I don't think I put up the ones from notice board.
It says something in handouts.
Yeah, no, there's
Yeah,
there's some
there's
stuff there, but it's,
handouts. Notice board warning to all something South Bandit, South Expedition, and missing plush.
We didn't find the missing plush.
no,
Yes, we
Damn
did.
it.
Oh,
Yes,
there we
we did.
go.
Lily did.
Sorry, I had it. I had
Oh,
it
yeah.
Lali
minimized.
did, and then she died.
What a lovely story.
She
Now
also
let's get
turned
back.
down a par for it.
Into the fight she ran and then she died.
I still think that was suicide. Not
So I just need to let you know which
It was
one of these are
assisted suicide.
still relevant. So the one about pickpockets is still relevant. Also, there is a wanted poster for Lali up there. Doesn't say Lali, it just says if you've seen this woman, report it to the authorities immediately. And let me check this. Okay, Unstbar. South Bandits is still up there. South Expedition is still up there. And the missing plush has been taken down. So that's no longer there. That's what's on the notes board.
Going.
Someone needs to go and talk to someone about those South Nits. Because we murdered them all and got nothing for it.
We need to.
Okay, which one is the one for missing Tory? I'm just not seeing it.
Missing Tory.
No, there's nothing about Tory on the notice board.
What did you say, missing toy?
Who did you say was missing on the notice board?
No, there was a
Plush.
missing plush, but
Plush.
it's no longer up there. Lali found it in the past, and then the woman took down the notice later.
I see. No, I mean, I was looking on the board to see if that bandit camp that we killed was on the board.
Yeah, it's still on the board. It is called the, in brackets, notice board, and then South Bandits. Under handouts.
Okay.
Do you see it?
Okay, so then, okay, so then I see this on the notice board. And then I want to find out, obviously, who can reward us for killing the bandits. I'm guessing it's probably the Jarl.
Pretty much. Oh, I didn't mean to say Earl there. Just go with Jarl. So yeah, if you want to go around and find out who can...
It was a mistap. He was saying it to the scrub, and the scrub
Yeah.
Grease his
got it
beard.
wrong. Wrote it wrong.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Forgot to see.
So you can try and walk around and see who might know
Safaxion.
where you can collect the reward for this.
Catharchion.
Kafachion.
Okay. So when I came into town, I would have seen exactly where the Jarl's house is.
Pretty
What
much.
was that roll,
You'll-
Mike?
I said I have a proposal for you, talking to Sullok, and I said there will be gold, saying like stating there will be gold, but like I wasn't actually sure, so it wasn't really a bluff. So I rolled a diplomacy.
Okay, so at this point, I'm gonna.
Oh,
fly
you win
over
anyway.
to-
Doesn't matter what
Yeah.
you rolled. Gold, gold, gold.
Sorry.
Gold.
Alright,
Where? Give
so I'm just gonna go
Richie, back to you.
with Egonox's story for a little bit, and then we can
Yes.
get to
Yeah.
you two guys. So Egonox, you say you fly over there.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay.
Alright, cool. So I'm guessing you take the notice off the notice board and then fly over to the Jarl house. So you can
No,
plonk
not fly over to the Jarl house.
Oh.
I'm gonna first fly over to Larry and
okay.
Sullok.
Alright then. So Larry and Sullok, I'll just see what you guys are doing. So good day, Sullok. Sullok. Sifarson. Oh, hello. Sorry. Greetings. I have a proposal for you there. There will be gold. And then Larry rolls a 2. Sullok scratches his beard at the quite unconvincing offer that there is. What do you say, Sullok?
What sort of
Well-
gold?
Okay, well, let me just be honest. I don't know if there'll be gold, but there will be looting of sorts.
And while you're saying this, you hear the beating of wings, and Egonox slams by you.
Oh, good lord.
landing quite
Good
heavily.
lord. Could you be
Larry
any
doesn't
more
flinch.
discreet?
How's it, guys?
Oh, hello, Egonox.
I went
How's
and looked
it?
on the notice board. Look what I found. The notice. This
That's
is the
supposed to
bandit
mean-
camp that we killed.
Oh, how's it? Oh, yes. Well,
You see
Oh,
that?
remember to space
dot,
your
dot.
words.
You see that, Sullok? We can make some gold. I'm
We
sure.
can make gold, or
by
can we
taking
get
this
gold?
by taking this notice to who is it? Maybe the Jarl?
The Jarl. Oh, Jarl, Ludwig. Yes.
Oh, you...
Is that how it's...
Ludwig.
Yeah, Ludwig.
oh, so you know the man.
Oh yes, I had
Good
dinner with
friend
him
of
not too long
mine.
ago.
Okay, headway, let's go.
Headway. What, are you some kind of parrot? Headway. Let's go, let's go.
Then I'll
Yes, it's
start
this
flying.
way.
Larry's proposal can wait. Let's go.
Rah, shiver me timbers. Rah.
As you approach the
Hurry
Jarl
up,
house,
you
you
Where is
Right,
see
hurry up.
Egonox? I can't see him. What the... How the devil did you get here?
I don't want to say it, but it's magic.
I'll pretend you didn't say that.
I call it the mouth flick.
Larry thinks it would make more sense to pretend that you didn't hear that, but okay.
It's magic. I ain't gotta explain shit.
as you approach the door, the guards, Egonox got there
Hello
first, so
there.
the guards kind of stiffen up and they're like, oh, what is going on? And they cross their halberds across the door. But as soon as Sullok shows up, they're like, oh, no, it's this one. And they,
This one.
That's
Oh, is
God.
that how you refer to me now? Remember, I'm the
Wait.
friend of the Jarl. You should treat me with some respect.
and they look at each other. The one kind of motions his head towards the door, and the other one heads inside, and he says, wait here for a second. Heads inside. After a good minute or so, he hops back out, and he says, the Jarl will see you now. And they both uncross their halberds and
Glorious.
open the door.
Oh, and
Oh.
mind the ogre. He's kind of in a bad mood.
And
Just
as you
stick my tongue out at him.
as Larry and Egonox walk by the guards, you can see they both kind of take a step back away from the door to give you as much space as possible. And sorry, Sullok, I'm trying to work on this at the same time. As you walk into the
rolling.
as you walk into the kind of dining hall, you see Ludwig standing there. And he says, "Oh, come in, Sullok, come in."
Ah, hello. Yes.
He
Don't mind the
heads down
ogre.
towards the head of
lagging.
the table and takes a seat. He says, "Please, make yourself comfortable.
Oh, excellent.
Would you like any drinks?
Of course,
What would you like?"
the best.
"Oh, God, what is that?" he says as Egonox enters the room.
That is a gargoyle. Yes.
"Friendly, I
Hi
assume?"
there. Yes, I
Well,
am friendly.
if you're not dead, then yes.
"Oh, you're that demon that they were screaming about before."
If you're not Ed, then yes.
Alright then.
It's not
Pleased
wrong.
to meet you, y'all.
Mr. I haven't quite gotten your name yet. And you, Ogre, I've seen you around, but I don't know who you are.
That his name
Yes.
is Larry
Sullok.
Jarl.
Larry Jarl.
Larry the ogre.
Larry the Ogre. Hello,
And
Yes.
Larry the
Egonox
Ogre.
the gargoyle.
And he makes his way over to you and shakes your hand. And he shakes your hand, Egonox.
Oh god.
Wow!
Assault!
You literally hugged me. I don't shake hands.
Whoa, whoa!
Yeah,
Jarl,
good
why are you
friend.
climbing all over the table? Jeez.
Why is my mic constantly on? Oh, wait, no. My thing is messed up. There you go.
Jarl, what you talking about this mic?
Oh, do not worry.
Okay.
Don't worry about
all
recording.
right then.
So
Recording.
you guys all
Ah,
take
thank
your
you.
seats around the table, and he says, so
Pardon?
what would you like to drink? What do you normally
Yeah,
have?
I sort of had a number for Byron.
Pardon, what was that?
Don't worry about me, y'all. Egonox is not thirsty. I had some lovely tea at the inn.
Here,
Larry
that's
wants to taste some of your fine wine.
Never took Larry for a wine drink.
all. Sorry, I'm just checking. Steve, let me know
Yeah.
when you're back. And
I'm back.
Byron, are you also busy or?
No.
Okay, no, sorry. I didn't know if you guys were chatting to someone else.
Oh
Alright.
no, I was chatting to my dad.
Okay.
Sorting out Byron's laptop
Okay.
and such. Yeah.
So, Larry asks for some wine. Egonox
Fine.
asks for the blood of a human. And Sullok, what do you ask for?
Did he really?
Port.
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 Port wine.
No.
Port brandy.
Beer. Port.
Ah, okay.
Port? No, port is not a. port
confused.
is a cross between a sherry and a red wine.
Isn't that
Oh
what you
wait,
had it?
sorry, porter. Sorry, porter.
Porter's a stout, almost.
Yes, I know that.
It's somewhere between an ale and a stout. I'm explaining it to the people who don't know what a porter is. Thank you.
Thanks. Actually, no, thank you.
It's a
So-
pleasure.
There's literally only the two of us who knew what a porter is, Byron.
So one of the maids comes into the room, and Jarl Ludwig whispers to her. She gives a little nod, walks out, and then he kind of waits there for a bit, tapping his fingers, looking a little bit impatient, and eventually she comes back out with a silver platter. She hands Byron this large quart of ale. She does the same to Ludwig, and then for Larry she hands this delicate little glass of wine, like quite tiny. And then she looks at Ludwig and she's like, "Are you sure this is right?" And
Deal.
He just nods like, "Just trust me, just trust me." And she like lets it go and brings the platter to her chest and then like walks out again.
Yaha.
Larry's fancy. Smashes his face against the thing.
Do you literally just smash the glass?
No, that I was joking. Okay, do you want me to make roll like a
Etiquette.
Roll me a perform.
A
Oh
perform.
god.
Yeah.
One hand. One
Should've
hand, Larry.
sniffed
One
the
hand.
wine.
I want this to be a 20 because I want him to take a sip like the queen.
Remember, it's
Okay.
glass.
Ah, yes.
Nice.
Okay,
So-
it's good.
So
Remember,
Larry-
Larry, it's glass.
So Larry, like, as soon as the cup is laid out in front of him, he gives like this very polite half like bow to the maid. She doesn't see though. She turns around quite quickly, and he looks at the
Run
glass,
away.
Bitch.
clears his throat, grabs the glass like in a fist really, and then he remembers, wait, I've seen royals do this, and he just shoots out his pinky, and then takes like a dainty sip from it, and then sits down the glass gently,
Alright, thank you.
Oh,
looks at Ludwig
dear.
again.
But just so you know, his dainty sip was like the whole glass, so like
Yeah.
it was all gone.
Just like
That's not bad.
tosses it straight down his gullet.
There's a little bit on your shirt.
One
No.
man sip is another man's chug.
Larry, you've been
Especially when that
Larry's-
man is about 9 foot.
Right.
And
Shall we
isn't
get back
exactly
into-
a man.
Shall we get back into roleplay mode? So, you have your sip. I'm guessing Sullok, you cheers
I'll
to
take a swig.
you cheers to it all, and then Ludwig sets us down, puts his arms together, tapping his fingers. Is like, so I assume you're back from your venture.
Yes, exhilarating. Somebody died, actually.
I would hope
Quite a
so.
few, actually.
Oh wait,
You hope so.
you mean an ally died?
That was Larry's friend.
No.
I did not mean it.
Whoa!
Like
Ally.
Oh, God.
Acquaintance, I must say.
that. Who was your friend? Might I ask?
Oh dear.
It was that lady that you were chasing down the street.
Lady?
You
The
know,
one
the,
with the scar.
Oh god.
the one with
Oh,
the
God.
scarf.
This is gonna hit
Lily,
the
I
fan.
think
Good
it was.
riddance.
Good riddance. Oh.
She was a
Um,
cretin. Did you not tell?
She did
Well,
put her
I
life.
could kind of
front.
guess she was a
did put her
cretin.
life.
Triggered.
Do you know who she was?
Come- Terry
Well,
comes
she was
flying
someone
in
with
through
a
the
bastardized.
wall.
Do you know who I am?
Steve,
She was someone with a bastardized scarf that tried to, choke me to death.
She was a hero.
A hero. Well,
hero. She
Well,
was
she
a
killed
filthy
people.
thief.
she killed people. I guess you could call that a hero.
Do you know who she killed?
Bandits.
No. Take a guess why she was on the run.
Because
Was she on the
she
run?
was looking for the bathroom. I don't know.
No, Sullok.
Larry didn't ask.
Hey, curry.
Stay quiet for a second. This cretin pile of crap girl.
Right.
She came from a horrendous family.
Behind.
I suppose you don't know this because you're new in town, but I once had a brother. My brother
Okay.
was supposed to be the Jarl as he was the eldest, and he was to inherit the town.
Mm-hmm.
But
And then I murdered him in cold blood.
fuck you. Shut up, Steve.
Sorry.
You're out of town.
Good guess though.
Goddamn. I was in it.
Please,
God damn it.
continue.
No, shut up. So, he looks at you and he says, yes, she was from this horrendous family, and we tried to make friends with them. We tried to make allies. I'm sure you know how royalties, when they wed and join houses, it's a form of an alliance.
Yes, there's a form of longevity in it.
This
Long-winded and not even pure.
not quite that long-winded. This debaucherous child, dirty little fiend, on the wedding day when she was betrothed to my brother, she murdered him in the night and fled.
Oh. What?
Yes,
Why?
Oh.
Cuckoo!
fled westward. We have been searching for ever since, and for some godforsaken reason, she came back to insult me to my face. We tried to chase her, but she left the town. Nearly had her. Can't actually imagine for the life of me how she got away. But
Oh, we met up with her outside the town, and then she assisted us looking
And then
for
she
Tori.
died!
And then in battles, yeah, she died.
how did she die? I need to
Well-
know, and I need to know that she is dead for certain.
She died valiantly.
Well-
Very valiantly.
She
Don't you
got
dare lie
screwed
to
by
me.
this man that I desecrated.
That
all I
man
have to
should be
say.
awarded for killing that fiend.
Well,
Oh,
This
well,
man is
I'm
dead.
sorry to say that he's kind of ill-fated.
first she
Dickhead.
got hit by a bomb.
You could call him a dickhead, actually.
Okay, jump into the wall now, Jason.
Yo.
In any case, as long as you
Jason?
can assure me that she is dead,
Yes, we buried her
I
in
might.
front of the tower.
You should have thrown her off of a cliff, to be honest. But as long as I can be assured that she's dead, I might rest a bit easier in these nights. To be honest, I thought she might come and kill me in my sleep.
Well, about that also, y'all. And
But you
then
don't need to assassinate me.
I hand him the thing from the notice board.
Oh, yes, this. Right, how much was
This
due?
is this was the bandit camp that we found Tori at, and we killed all those bandits to make sure that they could be dead, evil people.
Alright.
300 gold.
Let me see
the head
here.
of the
To any
leader.
strong and capable travelers, take note. The town of Argos has placed a bounty upon 300 gold. Ah, yes, 300 gold. Upon the head of the leader of a nearby marauder gang. You don't really have the head, but I'll take your word for it. Sullok seems like a honourable-ish person.
This Jarl isn't a very good
Give
judge
me
of
a second.
character.
And he finishes the rest of his beer and he heads to the back. Comes back with quite a reasonable sized sack of gold and lays it on the table. There you go. Please
Oh,
spend it
thank
wisely.
you, y'all. Thank you.
Larry grabs it, Larry grabs it,
Larry,
grabs it.
yeah, I was gonna say Larry picks it up and
Okay,
rolls.
so
Make
how
sure
many of
everyone.
us are there? There's 4 of us.
Well, hey, I could carry that.
You could. Larry
got
will
many
carry it
pockets.
better. Look at my muscles. Look at my muscles.
No, I won't
Hey.
raise your muscles.
Roll a
He
strength
starts
flex.
flexing.
So it's 300 gold divided by 4.
Something like that.
Should be like 75
One.
or something. I don't actually know.
75.
Around about there, I don't know, 60
Something
or
like that.
something. I'm not good at math.
But, how many is it actually? So it's the 3 of you and Terry.
That's correct.
Okay.
I shall take Terry's share, and I shall give it to him.
Larry trusts you. So, yeah, and then he hands the correct amounts to both of you guys.
What is the correct amount?
Well,
75.
75 plus 2. Times 2.
75 times 2. That's 150.
So, do you guys just spend some time dealing out the coin and all that then?
Yeah.
One for me, one for you, one for me, one for you.
And after that's done, the Jarl
That's not how that works.
leans the Jarl leans on the table and he looks at you all and he says, so is there anything else you wish to discuss, or are we done here?
Well,
Oscar,
y'all,
pass the
possibly.
scarf.
So look, I have something to discuss with you afterwards, but
Oh.
I'm not too
Alright.
sure about these others. If you would respect the privacy of our matter.
I
Larry-
most certainly do.
no problem, y'all.
Larry
I
wants
would like
to say
to thank
something.
you for your kindness, and we shall be hopefully doing some more of those notice board missions.
Alright then. I thank you for serving the town.
Larry wants to say something. He repeats.
Oh yeah? Sorry, Larry?
Yeah, sorry. Shit, what was I gonna say?
Oh shit.
Larry spoke to your magic woman in town.
The seer.
Oh, the seer. Ugh. Yes.
Yes, and she is sending me. Well, not sending me, but she has suggested I go west to find origins and truths that I need to find out.
If you must. I mean, I don't understand
Just-
why
I
you're
just-
telling me this.
Just so that that I have pass to leave the city without issue, and if I happen to kill any of your men, it's not because of that. It's to complete the quest.
Don't take that seer word for word.
What?
Dangerous bastard.
They won't stop you from leaving the city, but I don't understand
Okay.
why you would want to kill them. I cannot
No,
give
I'm
you
saying
pass to just go and
I'm
freely.
saying if they're there.
Well, this is what he's saying.
Sorry.
I cannot just give you pass to go and freely massacre my
man.
people. If you do so, I will have to bring the hand of justice upon you. But
Larry
I
understands.
wouldn't understand why you would want to do that.
They can probably hear
Only
you.
if they stop me.
Well, then they shouldn't. It's not
Night, night.
particularly against the orders. All right. So, are you guys finished inside the Yol house, or?
Yes, thank you, y'all, for having us. Goodbye.
So as you finish, one of the guards ushers you, Egonox and Larry outside, and Sullok is left at the table with the Jarl.
So, y'all. What is
so,
it?
Sullok,
Yes.
I assume you remember that request I made of you earlier?
Possibly.
Thieves,
The thieves.
that whole
Yes.
underground operation. Ring any bells? Or are
Well,
you just another
I
drunken
don't
dwarf?
think I can hear any bells, but yes,
You do remember.
yes.
And
I can't hear the bells though. I don't know what you're on about.
are you free to undertake this situation?
Yes.
Right. So, as far... What are you doing?
Karen.
Okay. So as far as I can tell, my intelligence, which honestly isn't much, it's just ears around the town.
Don't insult yourself, y'all. Not in your own home.
No, I haven't tried to be secretive or anything like that. It's just not something that I've really dug into. I really should, but I'm being honest. We have only really discovered that it is
I
somewhere...
don't think you noticed what you just did there.
What?
You said your intelligence isn't that great,
What?
implying he's an idiot.
Oh, yeah, I know that. Anyway,
Insult yourself.
Y'all is
Y'all
just-
not
just
in your
listen
own
to
home.
this.
anyway, as I was saying,
Yeah.
He says that as far as they know, it's within some of the northern docking area, not too sure where. They
Yeah.
constantly move around, and they occasionally have meetings under the docks to recruit new people. So
Right.
it's just looking there, but I can't make any promises.
Okie dokie.
Okay. So,
If only you knew
Right.
some muscly people.
If only. If only.
if only
If only.
we are in secret, you don't have to be using these godforsaken analogies. Just be honest.
Okay, well, I'll go talk to the O and the G.
I should get someone else for this job, but unfortunately you're the best that I have.
That's very insulting, y'all.
Get smacked down, sons.
I don't have
I take
time.
offense to that.
I don't have time to waste for these
You
politeness.
just insulted me,
Yes!
and now you're telling me you don't have
You
time.
are wasting my
for me to
time. You
retaliate.
understand the task. Please get on with it.
There's no need to insult me about it.
If you don't wish
Imagine-
to take upon this
Imagine
contract,
you
then
walk
leave.
into my house, you sit down, and I start talking about the day, and then just all of a sudden I call you a bastard and tell you to leave. Just all of a sudden, abruptly, you're a bastard. Now get the fuck out.
No.
That's exactly what you said to me.
You are trying to sound like some super secretive sleuth. I don't understand. You're posing as a gambler. You don't need to be this secretive. Good lord. Just, it's not going to be that hard. I just can't do it because everyone knows my face.
I don't think it's going to be hard. It's just that you insulted me. That's the problem.
Just get on with it.
Drama queen.
I shouldn't have to waste time with these polite things.
Wait, did you hear that?
What?
I heard drama queen. It was echoing through the house.
It just resonated through the house.
The hell? Whatever. Yeah, I'll do your business.
It's the ghost of Lily. It's come to haunt this guy.
You should be grateful. Anyway,
Grateful.
the gods usher you
Grateful
out.
that I get insulted by the Jarl.
At this time, Sylis, you would be back in town, by the way.
Yeah.
Alright. Can I ask, is anyone else doing anything for a while now?
Well, I just
I've
want
been doing
to
something
stop
for a
here
while.
by Terry quickly and give him his share.
Also, Larry, are you going to the tavern now?
Yeah, I'm just like waiting around here, more outside, waiting for everyone to gather.
Okay.
Yeah, and
And-
I'm mostly.
Excelente.
Terry, you would be finished, I guess, with your...
A while ago.
Yeah, so you can come out of your house now? Not your house.
So we're still sleeping.
It's like afternoon now.
Yeah, that's what happens
Yeah,
when
we
you take too
still
much
need
power
to
in the
rest after
giggity.
that night.
Knock,
Yeah.
knock, knock. Knock, 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 knock.
Well, I
Too much
hear
power!
somebody at the
no
door.
fast body wash!
Don't worry, I'll go see who's there.
Muriel kind of like
Knock,
leans
knock.
up out
Third
of the
wheel enters.
By the way, I'm just saying that this was the second story of the herbalist. She's kind of like got her own private quarters above the shop. Downstairs is the kind of storage area.
Yeah, so I've had to walk down the stairs and now I'm
Yeah.
walking.
The stairs are around here-ish.
Okay.
So as you leave, she kind of like leans up out of bed and pulls up the covers around her. She says, "Oh, thank you." And
Knock, knock, knock.
Terry,
Oh.
do you open the door?
I do.
It's Terry.
Right, I need to ask you something real quick.
Nude.
Yeah, I was about to say, did you put anything on?
Why are
I
you
did-
hesitating?
I did not actually.
Right, so you
Wow.
open the door, you see a dwarf and a golem there, and then suddenly you realize it's very breezy.
Good lord, man! Cover your manhood! Cover it!
Look at this, look at this, Sullok, look at this.
It's
Your
my
children
power!
in the
Egonox
streets.
and Sullok, you are greeted by two snakes in front of you.
Oh
One is an
my
actual
God.
snake, one is Terry's power.
Oh,
You're
I'm
waving
so
it in the wind.
I am so
It
sorry,
needed
guys.
some airing out.
I should have left
I
Fluffy
need
at
to
the door.
step back.
1 second. 1 second, my friend. Let me quickly.
Please, Terry, please, some clothes.
Terry is disgusting. You see, that's what happens when he starts merging with the herbologist.
Merging.
How did you know about that?
I'm just
I
gonna
can
say,
smell
while
it, man.
when you were at the door, a guard walked past and like saw and just like let out a huge laugh, like.
Did you see that? Did you see that?
Oh yes, sir. Now we all know.
So, Terry, can we come in?
Yes.
Have
Sorry
you
about
sorted
that,
out
my
your
friend.
snakes?
Sorry,
Come
my
in.
friend.
Oh, God.
Oh god.
You put this on yourself, man.
I'm sorry, my friends. I had just got
Better
out,
be.
out of bed.
How am I ever going to get that out of my head?
After a little bit of time, Meridel comes out of the door and she has a dressing gown on. She's hello there.
Oh no.
Can we help you?
Give her
Hi
a,
there,
give her a
baby
kiss on
girl.
the cheek there. Looking pretty today.
Oh, lovely.
She lets out a giggle. I'm not gonna giggle for
Terry
you
has
guys.
spoken of you.
He spoke of me. Huh.
Do the giggle like the shorty.
Kind words only.
No, isn't Shorty from Leonchester? Like,
Oh, I love my
I'll
woman
try
like
find
that.
I'll try find a clip of that and put it in the recording.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh god.
Snake.
So what do you guys say to this
that's quite the laugh.
Herbologist.
herbologist?
Wait,
Terry,
what am
where
I
you
even
going?
doing here?
What are you doing
Oh,
here?
yes, that's right. Internet Terry.
Terry, I've brought you your gold.
Thank you very much, Egonox, my friend.
I'm willing to keep it for you.
That's so.
I put your
What-
bag on the table. It's 75 gold inside.
Thank you very much.
That was from killing the bandit camp. We took the notice to the Jarl.
Ah, yes. Thank you,
And
thank you.
then-
I had forgotten to take it there. My first initial plan was to come see Merida after our long trip.
Oh, I see. That's why you came down naked.
Yes, yes.
Well,
Maybe
I
after
thought
you
you
did.
may have already guessed. I mean, it's all over the room.
Well, we can't see inside there.
And come on, he didn't roll a 29.
I didn't roll a 20, otherwise they'd just.
I
this
meant to
house
say
would
naked
be-
there. You know what I mean?
There'd be a jet ski hole in the wall.
When naked.
Is that what they're calling it now?
Is it snake or is it naked? Snake husband, naked snake.
Naked snake. Snake. I'm a snake.
I'm a
Oh my
yeah.
word.
God.
I am snake, do not tread.
Terry,
Don't step on snake.
Yes, Egonox. Yes, Egonox.
And
my
snake,
Terry,
not tread.
Terry Egonox wants to know, do you still have the bastard sword on you?
I
Yeah, bastard.
don't.
Well,
He's
he
not
certainly
here.
has a sword.
No. No,
Sorry.
Egonox. We actually had passed that to our dear friend
Where are my
Sullok over
manners?
here.
Hey?
We
What?
had passed the bastard sword to Sullok over here.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So, like, do you
but we not-
remember getting the bastard sword?
I do remember getting the bastard sword now.
Can I ask if you've been keeping track of it? 'Cause otherwise I'm going to say that you misplaced
sold it.
Oh, did you sell it? Okay.
You
I
sold,
sold
I
it for
sold
the dwarven axe.
I sold you the dwarven axe.
Yes.
Ah, so that's where it went.
For the gauntlets, and then I sold the bastard.
Oh,
Right.
I see.
what
This is on roleplay. I'm trying to think about it now.
You're just so into your character.
Well, what is the? What else did the y'all have to say?
That's
He insulted me.
Did he?
That's
What
one
did
thing.
he say?
Egonox does not know.
Well, he kind of disregarded me in a way. I took it as an insult.
Where were you, Egonox, if you did not hear this conversation?
No,
I'm
he
pretty
Sullok
insulted him.
remained behind.
Oh. Did the y'all have something specific to speak to you about?
I'm
yes.
guessing.
Ah.
Well,
What-
seeing as he disregards me so much, well, everybody has to know. I'm busy looking for some gamblers and going to punish them as well.
Gamblers? What type of gamblers?
Gamblers, you know, the ones that make money other people's money.
Right.
You know,
What-
out of misdeeds.
Is it
not
the
very
fact
good
that
ones.
they're cheating while gambling, or is it the gambling in general?
It's just the gambling in general.
Ah.
Yes.
Alright. Well, do you
All right.
require assistance with this?
Actually, I do. Yes. I could
All right.
use someone of your finesse.
Finesse. Yes.
Yes. That's
What
what, I
did
was
you
going
like?
to say.
What would you need me to do?
Use your finesse on them.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Right.
Mm.
Do you have a plan as to what I must use my finesse for?
To get them under the weather. Maybe.
Oh, you want me to make them sick with spices?
Thick with spices. Exactly.
Ah, I'll,
He
I'll,
wants
I'll,
you to make him not so powerful.
I'll give them the bad spices, not the good spices that I think Meridale
Right,
told me that
so-
she
Alright, I got one. So here's the idea. You go in there, and you sell them spices. If they don't agree, you force the spices down their throats. With the glass as well, so they bleed on the inside.
Right. Okay, we probably
yes.
won't come to that. I'm sure there's a better way to get them to take the spices in order to get them sick.
We can knock them with a club, and then you can force down the liquid as well.
No, I was thinking more along the lines
Too
of
rough,
feeding
Sullok,
them
too
something.
rough.
Meridale, do you have any of the spice stock that we ordered? I believe that's how I'm going to phrase it. I'm going to phrase it like that. Fuck it. That leaves the leaves the person that takes said spice with terrible stomach bugs for a good while.
Oh yes, yeah, that one. We got some of it back in the storage in the locked box. The one with the gilded skull on the top.
Yes, that would be
Yeah.
the one. Yeah.
Just be careful. Remember, too much will likely
Wait,
kill them.
a gilded skull bottle just for giving some the trots.
Box.
Yeah. Well.
It's got various spices in there, but it's more of the unsavory ones. But they do have
Yeah.
uses.
The only issue is a lot of those. If you take too much, they can kill you. They can put you in a bad state.
Hence the lock. Oh, you know where the key is, and
Yes.
you would have recalled that she had kept her key in the bedside drawer and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Not the only thing she kept in the bedside drawer. I will go get it quickly.
So, box of wonders. So,
Including the handcuffs and the whip.
while Terry is upstairs, she kind of stands by awkwardly. Is like, "Do you like the tea?"
Oh yes, thank you. But it's
And
not as good as the inn tea,
Mr.,
I must say.
I believe we got off on the wrong foot.
Did we?
I am herbalist, and you are?
Not herbalist.
Fine, Meridale.
His name is Sullok.
Hello, Sullok. And she reaches out her hand to shake yours.
Slowly bring out mine and take it, shake it once, and then snap back in.
It's good to meet you. Friend of Terry's is a friend of
A
mine.
pleasure.
I hope we can put that indifference behind us.
Yep,
Good.
I'm sure we can. So how was it last night?
Let's
Boing, boing.
not get into that.
I appreciate the question, but I don't think you should ask my dearest over here that kind of question.
Oh, come on,
Your
everybody. should
dearest
know.
now.
And it
Ooh.
was heard throughout the
X-ray
entire
on the
night.
X-ray.
Actually, wait. Sullok, can you roll me a perception? I'm gonna roll.
God damn it.
Screw it. I'm just gonna roll a d20. +1, actually. Give you. No, wait. Just d20. If you beat it, then you might have heard something, maybe walking past. But if not, then you didn't hear. Oh god. So, Sullok, I'm gonna say, last night, if you were walking by the tavern or something, or anything like that, like quite a way down the road, you heard this wail.
Did you just call my Meridale fat?
No, not wail, like W-A-R-L.
No.
We know what you meant, don't worry.
Okay. So, as you say that to her, then she just like blushes profusely. Like, God, really?
Oh, yes.
I told you they would hear. I knew
Well
I
then.
should have kept quiet.
The
Looks
birds
like-
were singing. The
It's
bees were
natural.
buzzing.
It's all natural. That's how people make babies, Sullok.
We're,
I realized how reproduction works.
we are alchemists here. We work with nature. Everything is natural.
There's spices
Everything,
for
eh?
everything.
Not
You just sounded
twinkling.
like a yodeling mountain man, that's all.
That wasn't her.
I'm sure it was.
That was fluffy.
Okay, Terry, I'm gonna grab Sullok and let's go.
Wait, what? What? The conversation isn't over yet.
I gripped you by the neck and I'm taking you.
I'm
You
guessing
got me
you
by the
said.
neck.
Do you take the tea with you, or do you set it down on the table?
No, mine's already finished.
No, Sullok.
The tea?
Yeah.
First
Oh,
to
yeah,
drink
the
it on the
tea.
way out.
Oh, well, I dropped the cup because he took me by the neck.
Just drop it.
I dropped it because he took
Okay.
me by the neck.
All right. So you can tell as she hears the yodeling mountain man, she stares down and like turns a bit away, and then as you get pulled out, you drop the teacup and it shatters on the floor. And she like looks at it like, oh god. She like kneels down and starts wiping it up.
Sorry,
No.
Terry.
It's alright.
That's his fault. It's his fault. He made me
I-
drop it.
Don't worry, I'll pick it up.
There we go. That. Oh,
All right. Can I just say before you
Larry.
guys head down the road, Larry has a little encounter. So, Larry, while you're waiting there, you see someone that you may have noticed before, walking down the street. You've seen him in the tavern quite a bit, and he
I
eventually.
kind of like gaped at him the one time. I think
Yeah.
I pointed at him.
And as he walks past you, he like walks and then he takes like a bit of a step back and he says, "You look like quite the muscly chap. I've seen you
Very
around quite a bit.
strong.
You've had some brawls before in the bar.
Yes.
I promise I was always cheering for you. Tell me,
Ho ho.
are you a fan of brawling and that kind of gruesome violence?"
Only if Larry can win.
Ah, I'm sure you can win, good sir. Have you ever considered being part of an arena?
PTSD trigger.
bottom.
Well, Larry has been part of fighting pits for most of his life. He's more or less done with that life.
But like
He's
as you're talking,
infirmed for-
as you're talking, he kind of puts a hand on your. He can't really. Well, he can kind of reach your shoulder, but like it's just on the front of your chest / shoulder. And he says, "Oh, my good sir, would you care to join a local ring? We do tend to do a bit of betting, and winners do receive a portion, quite a large portion, I must say.
Oh, Larry sees.
Would you care to perhaps even join tonight?"
Okay, at this point he glances over at that guard over there. I'm not sure if he's looking at
Oh
this
yeah, sorry, I
direction or
didn't
not.
actually mean that guard to be there. Like, there'll be some guards
Okay.
walking around the street, but he'll make sure not to talk when they're in earshot.
Well, in any case, he looks around to make sure no one's looking around and
Yeah.
just like leans in and says, what time? What is the location?
Well, good sir,
Oh, he
I
will
will be in this
know.
tavern for quite a while tonight, so just whenever you're ready, come and talk to me. I'll bring you in the right direction.
Give Larry a few days. Larry has a few things to sort out, and I'll come talk to you.
All right. You know where I am. And he starts walking forward, and then he stops for a bit, walks back, and he lays another hand on your shoulder, or the same hand on your shoulder, and he says, "Please don't tell anyone. This isn't a formal establishment, if you know what I'm saying."
No, Larry has dealt with these things before. Don't worry, Larry
And he
knows.
pats you on the chest and says, Good show." He walks off
Larry-
inside. As he
well,
walks inside,
as-
you can hear Aiko saying, "Hey, hello there." And he gets on with his merry business. Right. So Larry, you are waiting outside, and then eventually Sullok and Egonox come waltzing down the street after hearing a distant shattering.
Was that man trying to hook up with you? Looked like quite the.
Oh,
Whoopsie.
Larry has more friends.
No, that is no friend of Larry's. I was laughing at his face. Ho ho.
Oh. Well,
Oh,
yes,
I
he
see.
looked kind
Oh.
of daft anyway.
So,
Leave that out there.
I don't have to roll the bluff for that, yeah?
Nah, I don't know. Maybe. Are you... Yeah, okay, roll a bluff. So, like, you can roll a sense motive, and Egonox you can as well.
Sense motive.
Yeah, sense motive. To see if Larry is pulling the wool over your eyes.
Well, you haven't even asked him what you're talking about.
Oh my.
Oh, God.
Roll,
Oh.
roll.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
So, Sullok, After your years of lying, you know, something's awry here. And you can tell... Egonox, you think everything's
Oh
fine.
dear.
But Sullok, you know that Larry, he's lying. Something's wrong.
Right. Just laughing at his face. Okay. Well. Aha! Yes.
Don't believe you.
Larry, I wish to tell you something.
Press X to doubt.
What's that?
I don't believe you.
That is Sullok's opinion.
My opinion.
Well,
I don't
that's
think it's
just
an
like
opinion.
your opinion, bro.
By the way, Sylis, if you want to like walk around or interject or anything, feel free to. You're in
No,
town.
no, no.
now.
I want to do something after this.
Okay, cool.
I have something planned.
Alright, I'll do the tavern and then I'll get to you. And then
Uh-oh.
we'll see if it goes a week by. Cool, continue.
What
guys.
was he talking to you about?
Okay, guys. We still need to get a hold of all those carts and everything that's outside the town so we can sell that stuff.
There's
Very agree.
also some gamblers down south.
Don't worry about
Or
the
I think
gamblers.
it's
Let's
south.
go
Was
get
it
the
north?
carts.
I don't know.
You don't want gold, Larry asks?
I do want gold, of course. And I'm doing this mission for gold.
We have
Then
gold
carts
waiting.
it is.
I either have the option of gold, gold, or gold. Which one do I pick?
The easiest one.
Okay, no problem.
Fair
We'll
enough.
sort out the carts and then you go make some more gold and then we'll give you some gold from the carts too.
Wait, I need Terry for this mission. But... don't want to
Okay.
go back in that
Okay,
herbology
Sullok.
store.
Then we leave you to go and make your gold and we shall go sort out the carts.
Okie dokie then. Oh,
And that's how you fail the bluff.
Failed the bluff
well,
and
I
still
asked
get away
him a
with the lie.
question, but in his ogre mind, he just couldn't. He just wouldn't tell me. He was being stubborn.
No, he heard. He just went with what Egonox said.
You
didn't
stubborn
press it.
ogre.
Knock knock.
Larry was like,
As-
"Oh,
As you knock, she... Oh wait, should we do Sylis real quick?
Larry." Larry was like, "Oh no, it's nothing, Sullok." And then Sullok was all like,
Communicating via memes.
Oh no.
Wow, that's actually really fitting, to be honest.
Let's see this.
just need to change it to the beard and
That's LA Noir, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really good game, Byron. I think you'd dig it.
"But it's so well."
Anywho, Sylis, I'm assuming you head back to town, right? After your
Yeah.
ferry adventure. Cool, so you get back and it's afternoon.
Ferry adventure and falling over with that ass.
Mhm.
That ass.
So you get back into town and it's about afternoon now. What do you want to do?
I'm going to look around the town. Is there any place that sells magical scrolls?
Bam, 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 bam. You will know that the old residence that you stayed at, he has some magical scrolls that he would most likely be willing to give you. You could try the seer. She may have some lying around. Other than that, Argushafen is fairly inept with magic. Maybe in the guard barracks they might have some to use as reserve, but you're not too sure if they would lend them to you without official
Yeah, well-
business.
I'll start with the old guy and ask if he has any scrolls in his possession of enlarged person.
The old twat.
Enlarged person.
Oh,
Yep.
Alright, so...
Oh, no.
What for?
Perverted giggle.
Oh god.
What for?
Byron? Ferry?
What? Hey.
Perverted giggle.
Ferry?
There
we go.
Furry.
Oh god, okay, don't worry, that was Meridel. So yeah, you head back to your... I forget his name. I don't even know if he had a name. That guy. And...
On a
he-
side note, enlarged person is a very low level
1d3.
spell, so it would be pretty common.
Yeah,
I know,
but he doesn't have many like just scrolls lying around, and if they do, some of them might be like mottled and
It's
rotten.
a
I know,
level.
I'm just saying, you know, it's a level 1 ability, so it's like
Yeah.
pretty common.
What did Meridio
For
roll
sorcerers.
Yeah.
So he looks around and he rummages through, and he manages to find 2 scrolls of enlarged person for you.
Oh, sweet. Actually, wait a moment. Fuck.
He waits a moment.
No, it's not that. I actually can get enlarged person as an actual spell. Oh shit.
I thought you were going to give it to like
Or buy
someone
it.
that wasn't a sorcerer.
No. Well, it's fine. I'll just take the enlarged person scrolls. I'll ask if he wants any reimbursement for it.
Oh, the gold doesn't. The town doesn't give you much of a subsidy. Anything that you're willing to spare, really. I mean, but I'm not going to force you.
Oh,
You are a friend of mine, so take them for free if you wish. But anything.
Don't have a lot of gold, but fair is fair, and I'll give him 5 GP to... Wait, let's see how much an actual scroll would cost, so I can just base it on that. Pathfinder, price of scroll.
If I can just interject, Larry, if you want to, we can do some like rollback time, and I can say that you managed to get a map from someone along the way, which would have helped you find the bandits and that kind of stuff.
Okay, cool.
Would 15 gold be an okay price?
Yes.
Okay. I'll set it up in the journals. I'll make it available to anyone. It'll be under handouts, so just check there in a second.
Thank you.
bam.
I actually did
It's
have
actually-
a map version, like a drawn map version of the map. I don't know if I've shown it to
Holy
you guys until
crap.
now.
It's 25 GP for level 1
Oh,
scroll.
Golly.
Fuck.
He was
me,
gonna give it
dude.
to you for free. Just dream. Give him a 4 gold pieces first time.
Give
You
him 5.
stole like 100, didn't you?
I stole 50.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Just give him like 10. He didn't know any better.
I'll give him 10.
Who's drawing cards?
Yeah. I'll just give him 10.
I'm just having a look.
Yeah.
Oh,
10
well,
gold
Kevin.
to an old man who doesn't know what he's
What
got
is
is
happening?
a lot of money.
I know. 10 gold. I could just take it for fucking free. But Sylis is chaotic neutral, not chaotic deck. Anyway.
Why is there a cards thing here? What's that?
Byron's
I
messing
don't know how
with
to
it.
get rid of that. I was
Yeah.
busy.
I can try get
Oh,
rid of it
whoa.
in a second.
Ugh.
I'm busy playing.
Hard.
What the heck?
That's weird.
Come
Got a
on,
card on my screen
Come on.
still.
run away!
God.
Run
Okay.
away!
So, I'll take. Oh god. Okay, I'll take the 2 scrolls of enlarged person, and then every day at around the time.
Where'd it go?
Oh god, I forgot.
Every day at around the time that fairy met up with me originally, I'll go to the grotto if I can
right.
remember the way there.
Yeah, you can. You would have taken note, as Breeze was guiding you there.
Yeah, well, he was
well-
taking notes the whole time of everything else anyway.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a
Including
second.
that
I'm just
app.
trying to upload this map and then
Amen.
just taking up my entire screen.
You need to make it a rule now. Every time someone stands behind me, they need to make a save.
Facing the final boss, just turn around.
Turn around and bend over to pick up the weapon that I accidentally dropped.
Oh god.
Wait,
Okay, the
there
cards
you
all
go. Some extra spicy memes for you people.
spicy memes.
Spicy memes. Oh god. How do you have something like relevant to everything? It's strange.
Google.
This is Graeme. Yeah.
Google.
It's taking a while. What were we doing? So, Silas, I'll get to that in a second because that's going to happen over the next few days.
Yeah, no, sure.
So, where were we? We were at... Who was at the door? It was Sullok. So, Sullok, you knock on the door, and Meridale comes to open it. As she sees it's you, she kind of like dips her head a bit like, oh, hello?
Oh, don't be ashamed. It's actually a good thing.
Also, the map is
But
live if you want to guys. If you guys want to go check that.
But I need assistance with your boyfriend.
Boyfriend? Oh,
Boyfriend.
I guess could call him
Mate?
I guess. No, not mate.
Partner.
No, just say boyfriend. It's fine. It's fine. He
Boyfriend.
goes off. Calls Terry.
Is
Terry.
oh, my God.
There's someone at the door. It's the
Ah.
purple one. Sullok, I think it was.
Ah, Sorcerer.
Ipofor. That's the name.
Let me go see what is that. What is
All
he
right.
wants.
She
Sullok, come
continues
in, my
tending
friend.
To the
Oh, sure.
potions.
Thanks. This is raining, but yeah.
What,
I
are you-
require your assistance.
Yes, is it about the gamblers?
The gamblers.
Yes, I have made a mixture here. I think the best plan for us to do with it, and what I believe would be our best course of action, is to try and get it to the gamblers to get them to consume somehow. Maybe a good idea would be to go and get a special delicacy ordered for them, and have this put in the delicacy while it's being cooked, or afterwards.
But we'd have. We can go to the tavern. We can go to the tavern for food, can't we?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yes. Excellent.
To
the tavern then. Oh.
Wait, Sullok,
Oh, you-
one moment. My dear, we're going to be heading to the tavern for a bit to start seeking this quest we have to deal with these gamblers.
Alright.
I will come.
Filthy gamblers.
Do stay safe.
We'll do, my dear. Chat to you later.
She gives you a kiss on the cheek. And strokes your bicep before leaving.
There's a big old man kiss there.
Big
Wink,
old
Waves
man
you
kiss.
good,
Raises
waves
the
you-
eyebrows.
It's to you
Wink.
goodbye. And then when
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Nudge, wink, nudge.
Oh wait,
Raises eyebrows. Nudge, wink.
Sullok, close. I want to get out, so close the door.
Oh, yeah.
So I wave goodbye, then I walk out. I walk back and I wave goodbye again. I walk out now. I walk to the window and I wave goodbye. I walk back and wave goodbye one more time, and I walk away. And then while I'm here, I wave back goodbye again.
You done?
Yeah. Wave goodbye. Now I'm done.
Right. I've noticed that your snake keeps changing colour. Why?
It's
Don't you dare say magic!
to do with gyroscopes.
Gyroscopes.
Don't you want to speak about gyroscopes?
Oh yes. Gyroscopes. Well,
Joking,
that's
it's
quite a
magic.
fascinating story. What? What? You bastard!
Pranked.
Hook, line, and sinker. Weighted properly.
Sullok becomes triggered.
I hit my head against the wall.
Triggered. Is that a new effect?
Wait,
Now you
So
got
I
I
trolled.
want to see if I can find anything for him.
You just
I
got
walk
trolled.
in and chat to the Ico here at the thing. Good afternoon, Ico. Do I know his name? I think I know his name. Do I know his name?
That's the official symbol for triggered. And yes, you do know his name.
Okay.
Can you
Good
see
afternoon,
everyone's nameplates, by the way? I just need to check.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Except for the man in the corner and then the innkeep.
Yeah, you can't see. I'll change the innkeep now. You're supposed to see him. His name's Inga. You can't see the man in the corner.
Alright. Good afternoon, Ico.
Hello there, Terry. How are you doing?
Good, thanks, and yourself.
I'm doing alright.
Good. I just wanted to find out.
Yes.
Do you serve? Do you make meals here?
Oh yes, we do.
I'm sure you do. Yeah.
I'm just
Sure
gonna say
you
you,
do.
you would have had some meals here before, so you would have known this.
Oh, okay. All right. I take back my question. I knew
Alright,
this
yeah.
already.
So he says, would you like something to eat?
Not right now. I've just had breakfast with my
Takeaways.
Breakfast?
Yes, I had.
It's late afternoon now.
We slept in a bit.
We?
And I wink at him.
Oh, Terry, and he leans on the counter.
No, not with Sullok.
Oh
Wait,
no,
what?
I didn't
As you
assume
are
that.
implying, as you are implying. No,
Do tell.
I spent the night with a dear herbalist, with the dear town's herbalist. Meridale.
And I
Meridale.
wink at him. Oh,
Meridale.
oh
Yes.
my.
We have grown quite close
Apparently
since the
she's a Capricorn. Wink, wink.
Sullok of
What?
all people getting into star signs.
a Capricorn, Sullok? I don't. Are you referencing star signs?
I'm making a joke.
Ah, okay.
Laugh, damn it!
You're short. But so Aiko, yeah.
yes.
Yes, me and Meridale become quite close since our business operations together.
Well, I am fantastically happy for you. Good on you,
Thank you
Terry.
very much. Thank you. The reason why we ask about food, we would like to get some food to go. We do need to take some food away that
go. Oh yeah,
can
sure.
be kept for a while and can be warmed up on a fire.
Yes, I'm sure I can organize something for you. Some dried meats and
Pet cook?
yes.
Something more with a base. Something with something along the lines of a stew or a soup.
You'll have to find a fresh source of water, but we could do that. Yes. Yeah,
Okay. So if I bring you water for that, then you can do that for me.
Well, no, I'm saying if you wish to make it on the go, then I can give you some powdered substance with some cut up vegetables and that kind of stuff, and then
Powdered substance. Sorry, Karen.
when you wish to make it, you can just add some water in a pot and stew it up on a fire.
Ah, okay.
It will
Brilliant.
keep for
Then.
quite a while, a few weeks even maybe.
That is excellent. Then we shall do that. What are the costs of this?
All right. Well, this is gonna take a bit of preparation, so I can only really start it tomorrow because I feel like tonight might be a busy night. Oh wait, 1 second, guys.
Microphone muted.
What the fuck, Graham?
Microphone
But isn't
activated.
Well, yes, we're gonna make him gorge on it.
This is going to end horribly.
Sorry, I'm back. I just came in. How much do you want to buy? Like, how many portions of this?
Quite a substantial bit. We're expecting a few people, but I'm not too sure how many. So could you make let's say for about let's call it 12 or 15 people.
Okay. Yes, he looks to himself. That's quite a meal. Well, yes, if we were to prepare this all now, then, well, not now, but in one go, then it would take a bit of time.
Do you have the means to do it, or do you require assistance at all?
No, I should be fine. Might use some of your spices, but you can just twitch a bit. Yes, I'd say
I'm
it would
honored
take
that you'd use my spices.
it would take a day and a half to prepare, and I'd say a sum of 200 gold, if that's okay. These will be fully fledged meals. It's quite worth it.
Right. Okay. I will. Would you like a payment now, or of the time of our
How
retrieval?
about half now and half when it's done? I like that kind of idea.
Right. Okay.
So do you
Let
hand
me
over
quickly
100 gold to him then?
Yes. Let me quickly just work out.
Cool, you can take
Okay.
that off your current gold.
Yep. Well, let me do it. Brains is doing some mathematics quickly. 1 second. And
Sullok, what do you do during this time?
helps me pay for the fucking food.
Sullok, do you help pay for the effing food?
Gone quiet. The amount of gold has just been transferred. So, who spends gold on
Byron, are you there?
food?
Yes?
Did you hear us at
Hello?
all?
No, I didn't. Sorry, I was watching Graham's video.
We were asking if you help pay for the food. It is going to be 200 in total and half now. So 100 now.
200 gold?
Total.
200
yes,
gold!
Yeah.
we are
It's a lot of
preparing
food.
We don't know how many food we're preparing for.
How
Salak, for
many
the
food?
party. How much food we're preparing for the party, Salak. So we need
Do
to.
you common language?
Sorry, Salak.
What? Do you common language?
Do you even English?
Oh, I
Oh
see.
God. Salak, we don't know how many people that we'll be providing for, so I've ordered quite a substantial bit of food.
I can change the order if it's too much for you.
It all depends on the earnings from our party, our charity party we're having. Sullok?
Charity party?
Yes. The outcome of the charity?
Oh, the charity! Ha!
Yes.
The charity, yes. I forgot about the charity.
I
you
can
know,
sense
because I'm a
there's
dwarf,
something else going on here, but I really don't care
I'm
enough.
a dwarf, Aiko. I don't think about charities.
Yeah, I figured. But honestly,
Can I roll for a bluff?
he's busy saying, honestly, I can tell something weird is going on here, but I really don't care.
You really don't care. Oh,
As
well,
long as
I
you pay up,
fancy that.
then I am all fine with whatever happens to this food.
Well, okay, wait.
Excellent.
Microphone
Pull you,
muted.
I'll go in close and I'll ask, how much are you getting paid from the Jarl?
I don't know.
Isn't that a
Microphone
question?
activated.
Sorry,
Really
everyone's just like,
ask?
coming into that. So what did I
The
miss?
Jarl was being a dumb person.
Yes, but you took offense to something and you didn't get the freaking primary thing that we're after, the gold for that waste.
What?
Well,
It-
ugh.
Fine, we'll just go with this and see what he pays us afterwards. We'll negotiate or something. That'll be fine. I think we'll go with that price then.
Alright then. So do you each pay half?
Sullok, will you pay half the 100 gold with me for the deposit? Down payment? There'll be plenty
Do
of
the shake of my hand. I put it on the counter and then whisk my hand away.
Thank you, sir. It's
I
good
put
to
50 gold down too.
have a loyal patron, and thank you, sir.
Oh yes.
So you guys can minus 50 gold off of your totals.
Good lord.
110 gold now. Actually, that reminds me, I need to go check on something. Miss Merridale up there.
You've been away for like 10 seconds.
No, I need to check on something.
My love, where have you gone?
Down, boy, down.
Alright, will that be sufficient for now? Is there anything else you'd like us to get?
Yes. This is a very good opportunity. Thank you.
Alright, excellent. Could I negotiate and that come with two ales, one for each of us here? As
sure.
on the house.
And he quickly turns around and starts pouring some ale for you.
Good.
After a little bit, he quickly slides him along the counter, quite gracefully, and so you're gonna have to reach a bit up to get yours if you want.
And then as he's about to grab it, I grab it for him. And I pass it down to him. Here we go, Sullok. Here's your ale.
Nyko's leaning
Oh,
on
aren't
the
you
counter
just
with
so
one
funny,
arm.
Terry? Ha ha ha.
I'm hilarious.
Snatch it out of his hand.
Do you just swap his beer out of his hand?
Oh, I swapped my
I-
beer out of his hand.
I picked it up for him.
Oh.
I passed it down to him. I put it down at his chest level. I had to bend over.
So you're not gonna take the beer then?
He took it out my hand.
I snatched it out of his hand.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said smash, just threw it on the floor essentially.
No. I go sit down on one of the tables here.
Alright, cool.
We can wait for. Actually, I asked Sullok, do you know where the others went?
Where are the others?
To the bathroom?
We'll wait for them here. They're bound to come back soon. We'll sit and chat to them.
Yes, well, it depends on what they ate.
Egonox and Larry, what have you done? Are you guys going to go get the cart?
Well, I think there's a few cards there, isn't it?
Yeah. Shall we deal with that and then get back to the tavern? Sylis, can I ask in the meantime, are you doing anything in town besides going back to the ferries every now and then, which will be the next day? I'll take that as a no. So, Larry and Egonox, you guys head out of town to go get the carts. They are just as loaded as you got there. The tarps that you put over the top are still there. And the guards are looking a little confused, what are these things doing here? And eventually you show up and, you're going to take it from them.
We've come to fetch the cards.
Oh.
We've come to thank you, cards, for looking after it for us.
Okay, thank you. Expected them to be gone a little earlier, but whatever, it's fine. Hope you don't mind. We took a... Can I ask, was the casket of ale in the back there?
They must have been, I'm sure.
Wasn't there two caskets?
Well, were they in the carts though?
Yeah.
No, one of them I was carrying.
Well, was there another one in the cart?
Terry,
Discovery
didn't,
keys.
didn't she have two? Wasn't there
I only had one.
another casket? Yeah, okay, so there was two in total, so yeah, there was one there.
So the guards talk to you and they say, I hope you don't mind, but last night we took some of that ale. We're getting a little bored. I'm sure it must have been fine, right?
Better than it all being stolen.
Egonox sees no
There we
problem
go.
with that.
See, I told you. And he slaps his buddy on the chest.
Take that as payment for looking after our things. Thank you very much, gods.
Thank you.
But don't steal from us, please.
Oh,
And he
no,
looks
we
at-
didn't
at the
steal.
guy.
You can count
Looks
everything.
at the
It's all
other
there.
guy.
I see.
Menacingly.
So do you guys want to try and sell this bounty?
Yeah, but
Definitely.
Right. Do you want to roleplay this, or...
I don't know, there's quite a lot of stuff, like...
It's a ton of stuff.
Do we have an actual list of all the stuff?
Well, I'll tell you now that the only person that would like buy a mishmash of stuff would be the... You remember Larry going to the shipping, importing and exporting bookkeeping area?
Yeah.
They would be interested in just getting a mishmash of stuff, essentially. Just, you could sell it as adventuring gear.
Yeah, that was going to be my plan, to take it down to them.
Alright.
Okay, cool. So we attach the carts and everything to us and stuff, and we start pulling them down through the streets towards the shipping export then. Import export.
Okay, cool. I don't have... I can add carts
Don't
as well
worry
real
about
quick, though.
drawing it.
Yeah, okay.
You don't have to, yeah.
So you guys can
Yeah.
bring yourselves down to the shipping, which is down at the docks. Over here.
Only I can fly, man.
I'm moving through time-space.
And then, do you head inside?
Oh yeah, okay, well we leave the stuff outside and we
Yeah.
walk inside.
Right, so you walk inside and you can see that the old man behind the counter is just about to pull down the shutters, and he sees you and he's like, oh, it's just about to close up, but... Oh, yeah, sure, I can take one more person for the day. What do you need?
Oh, why thank you, sir. Thank you. We
Do
have
not
a lot of loot that we need to sell off from raiding bandit camps and things.
Do not be frightened, this is just my friend.
Oh, no, I'm not. I've dealt with a cacophony of people in my day.
Fair enough.
So,
Well, would you like to come
what do you
outside and have a
have
look at
in
the
this
items?
loot? Okay, well, he'll come outside with you. And what do you have with you, like in the carts?
Yo,
Sure.
pretty much a lot of the stuff from both the bandit contracts and a small camp.
So is it safe to say, like, maybe 10 swords in total, or 10 weapons in total, to make it easier? Some ale, some books here and there that you might have found, and like some just general bedrolls, ropes, and all that.
Yeah.
And some wheat that you found, like food stuff. Is that okay to say? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
There was also a gold emerald ring.
I think
that was
Egonox
on
has
the
that.
one.
No, I have
so-
that.
What's Egonox? Just you must tell me whenever you put that on here. So, he looks at the items and he pulls out a monocle that he has and holds it up to his eye and inspects the equipment. He says, "These are a little bit worn, but you know we can always find buyers for these things." Yes, how does 243 gold sound for the whole lot? Both carts.
What do you think, Larry? I think that sounds good. Pulling those carts was hard work.
If you guys
Was
want to
easy
roll
for
diplomacy,
Larry.
you can. I'll let you guys roll diplomacy. If you win over this guy, then
back.
you can sway it in your direction to a certain amount.
Okay.
Oh god, sorry, I keep on doing this Mirrodale. Oh. Hey!
Sick
There you go.
rolls there.
So Egonox, you feel like you could go a little bit higher with this amount, like could justify carrying the cart all this way. How do you want to voice this? And what price do you want to give him now? The current offer is 243 gold for both carts.
I think let's make it a square 250.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds fine. It's
Okay,
always
nice.
easier to deal with round numbers. Sure, I'll take that.
Larry just flexes his muscles.
I'm sure
Well then,
you
dear
lot
sir,
will
we
have some
leave you
good
with the
adventures.
carts and everything.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
I said, well, dear sir, we leave you with the carts and everything.
Oh, yes, sure, I can just leave them around the corner here. Any motions towards these crates? Pleasure doing business with you. And he goes inside,
And you
you can
too.
see he quickly, like, sprawls down some writing in his
I'll be
book,
back.
and comes out with a sack of gold, and then hands it to Egonox. There you go, good sir.
Oh, thank you.
Convenient that he had that much gold just in a sack.
Well, no, he went
Yeah.
inside for a few minutes.
It's a big
Oh.
sack.
Money
Oh,
bags.
so
I
each
was
get-
going to let you guys sway that either way in within 50 gold, but whatever. That's my kind of backdoor secret stuff. So it's too late now. So you have 250 gold, and you have no longer got the 2 carts of loot. I think that's pretty much the last loose end from bandit contract.
So that's 62.5 for each of us then.
Alright, then.
No. There's 6 of us.
Where's 6?
Stephen, Byron, Marco, Jason,
Those are-
Graeme,
those-
Rich.
I don't.
Yeah, but
I
they
don't
never
take my
came into
Graeme wasn't part of the bandit contract, and neither was
Neither was
Breeze.
Steve.
And Breeze doesn't take money anyway.
Yeah.
So it's divided by 4.
Fun.
Fun.
Sorry,
Give me more
guys.
money.
It's all your fault.
Come, Larry, let's go find Sullok and Terry. We need to give them more money.
Okay.
Okay, so I give you
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
the bag. I'll give you yours when we see the others.
Cool.
Where do you think they could be? Maybe the tavern?
Let's try the tavern.
Hello, tavern master.
Oh, hello there. I've seen you
I am
around.
Egonox.
How are you doing? Oh, I'm
I am
Marco.
good.
I run the King Ant's Tavern in this town.
Oh, very nice to meet you.
It's good to meet you too. Oh, and hello there, Larry.
Hello.
How have you been these
Didn't
days?
I have been well.
Oh,
That's
Sullok, Terry.
And as you guys enter,
Oh.
you hear the door shut behind you, and then it creaks open again. And Meridale steps through, peeking her head in. Haka says to her, "Oh, hello there, Meridale. Oh, I don't see you around here much. I think I know why you're here, though." And Meridale kind of like nods slowly and head, or she was going to come over to Terry, and then sit down with him.
Ah, Merrydale.
Come sit here. Why did I say it like I was speaking to Marie? Jesus Christ. Fuck's sake. God, I detached. Could have saw the line there.
And Sylis materializes as if summoned from the unresolved sexual tension. Wait, you guys bang? No, I'm joking.
Resolved? What you talking about?
Very resolved.
I was loudly
Sullok and
resolved.
Terry. Sullok and Terry, we have good news. We have some more gold for you.
Oh, excellent. We've just quite a bit of gold now. We've ordered the food for the plan to deal with those gamblers. Larry, we was fully in on the plan.
Well, here is 62 gold and 50 silver for each of you.
Well, just
And I-
give,
I-
Gold?
Thank you very
I
much.
came back in the rat at the rat town.
I gave,
just give each of us 62 gold and then keep the extra 2 gold for yourself.
Yeah,
No.
please do, Jesus.
no,
Give me-
you will
keep
take your
60
silver
keep-
no matter what.
No. No.
I
don't
won't
like
write
math.
it on. I won't write it on my sheet.
Fine.
Go buy some more ale with it.
Shut up.
He like opens up someone's mouth and shoves the silver in there.
You
We
will
will
take
take
this.
your silver.
No, Egonox, go buy some more ale with it. You,
Can I ask you guys,
Good.
is it cool if we wrap up the session around here, and then next session we can continue with the actual plan for infiltrating this gambler's den?
well, I just want to put out there that I've just said something that is quite incriminating as to what this is outside of it. In terms of what I said to Larry, where I said we need to fill in on the plan that to deal with the gamblers. That's something that he wouldn't know about. Well, he wouldn't know about the plan, but he doesn't know about the gamblers. So I just want to see what the reaction was there.
Okay, I see. So Larry?
Yeah, so as you said that Larry is interested, tell me more.
Well, the plan was to get them sick, and that was the plan. Get
Larry,
them
just
sick,
by the way,
and
there is
now
a
that I
seat at
think
the head
about
of the table over here, if you want to sit there. Instead of like peering
Yeah,
over Terry's
peering
shoulder.
from behind.
Alright, I was always there. No one saw anything.
But the plan was to get them sick through some of the spices we have laying around that me and Meridel prepared. But after that, I don't know what the plan was. Now that I think about it, I didn't know what was going to happen after that. Alok, what was going to happen after that?
What was going to happen after what? What, poisoning, seasoning their food?
It's going to make them extremely sick for some time, weeks. Give them basically get rid of them.
Do you think that will stop them from gambling?
I think, well, for the next
Egonox
level.
has other ideas.
What is your idea, Egonox?
I could eat them.
I don't know what you were expecting.
Preferably-
I
Well,
don't know
I mean,
either.
That would, I mean, but now that I think about it, we've just spent 100 gold on halfway getting to the food, and we don't know what the plan is after that. Huh.
Well,
Right.
hey, I mean, I just need their identifications, and then I'll report
Fair
it to
enough.
Leo.
Maybe we once they run off to the bathroom sick, we can steal anything that identify them.
Egonox can wait outside. That time you bring one out, I can grab him and fly him up onto the roof and hold him down until we have all of them.
That could work. Maybe
I don't know
you
how
and
you'll
Larry.
get them out one by one though.
I'm sure that after they eat, all going to be running out. It's pretty much very quick how that works. The amount we made here, it'll almost send them out within a few minutes. I think the best thing for us to do is to try and catch them as they all run to the bathrooms, to try and group them up there and maybe take them prisoner. I mean, we have the manpower to do it.
Has the tavern guy made
How
the
can you
food
know
yet?
you have the manpower? There could be 200 of them.
You just need
Well,
Mark and
we-
Abra.
Be honest, yeah.
He's being testosterone fueled, Steve.
Terry and,
Well, I
and
mean-
Sullok, has the tavern master started cooking the food yet? Maybe you should get
Not
your
yet.
gold
Tomorrow
back.
he'll be. Might be an idea.
Yes.
Then- What do we do with the mixture we made? I suppose we can keep it in the store. We can
We can give
sell
it
it
to
in
a
small
special
amounts.
someone. Yes.
special someone being.
It can always be useful in battle.
Exactly that.
To throw it on them. I don't think it can be used in battle. What we might do is sell it.
You
as a-
said throw them
one of
on
the pro-
them. You said
one-
throw it on them. I never said throw it on them.
Well, we could just sell it at our store there. It's a pretty good product. We sell it.
Give
in
it
small
to Larry
doses
if you do
for
not
anybody.
want it.
Do you are you blocked, Larry? Are you constipated?
We could use it for other things.
No,
Other
no.
things
Well,
like
we'll
what?
keep it with us, and we'll. I think the best thing to do would be to keep it with us, and we'll find a use for it someday on our travels.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Radar looks at me. You thinking about traveling more? You thinking about going out there more? That's what Meridell's
Better work
thinking
bits.
right
Should
now.
I slap her in the face? Shut up.
Jesus.
Larry smack.
Just
I'm
kidding.
gonna say
I
she
don't do
wouldn't
that.
have said that, so that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, no, either
Yeah,
way,
yeah,
if
yeah.
she did say that, I wouldn't have done that.
Meridell's the perfect waifu. She hears me say that.
Hell yeah.
She's a herbologist. She's not perfect.
She's the waifu that we all dreamed of, that I got, because I've got the biggest pecs.
Yeah, picks.
But she
Egonox
is a
turns and
human.
looks and
But
says,
she is a human. We are
you
not
love.
human. You're human.
Larry does a
Racially
shitty dance.
True, I am the only human here.
Sullok's gonna get
Yes.
Fair
old.
enough, I had that going for me.
Egonox is human.
Was.
Alright, well, then
Inside
Was
let
out.
us
the
our money back.
Egonox.
Let us
Your
get our
skin
money
is
back.
stone and you have wings. You're not human anymore.
Yes, get your money back.
No, dwarf,
Minus the
because you
ale
are
that we
short,
bought
you are
earlier
not
on.
human anymore.
Well, no, I'm a dwarf.
You see.
There's a big difference.
Alright,
Oh.
so look, I'm gonna get our money back. No,
Yes, do that,
you can
please.
stay here, my dear. You can stay here, my dear. Please.
Attached.
She's getting clingy!
This is getting clingy. Fuck the snake!
Right, so you approach the counter and Aka looks at you. Oh, hello Terry, how are you doing?
Good, very good. Thank you very much for the ale and so on. I do need to chat to you though about the order we made.
Yes.
Things have sort of come around, and we've decided to take back the deal and sort of
Oh my.
ask for a refund if it is possible.
Well, we have already started chopping up the vegetables and that kind of stuff, so it would pretty much go
You
to
could
waste at
take
this
though.
point, so I need to say that
Do you know what down payment is?
No, well, hold up. You're a mile away. A kilometer away. And he says to you, I can give you back some of the gold, but I'm afraid I will need to keep a bit of it to make up for these losses. Is it okay if I give you back 90 gold and keep 10?
That is perfectly fine. I'm very happy that is perfectly fine with me.
Alright.
I
I'm sorry
do
for the
apologize
confusion.
for the no. I apologize for the mess up. That is my fault for that.
Yes, it was your fault.
And
You
he
should take the
Shut
10
up,
gold
shut up.
loss.
heads back to
You
the
didn't say anything at the beginning.
back store, storage room, and then eventually comes back with a sack of gold and hands it to you on the counter. I do hope this doesn't muddle our future business relationships.
Oh no, never. You are a very good partner.
Ah, you are a good sir.
Thank you very much. Spice.
Spice. He doesn't realize why he just said that, but he just said it. Spice? Yeah, okay,
I do
spice.
that to you.
Did you become rich again?
Closer to me, woman.
I think you
Yeah,
can
here
hold
we go.
Alt
So,
to
yeah.
set her like not on.
Just
exactly
trying
on
to
the
get
top.
on your lap already. Good lord.
There
In
you
the tavern.
Sitting on my face.
Everybody's watching, you know that.
God, Terry.
Here we go.
It's the
Here
middle
we
of a
go.
tavern,
Sullok
don't do
here.
that
It's not me, it's her. She's wild. I can't control her.
So anyway, as you get the
What
gold,
about this for?
Larry asks, what was the gold for?
We were going to cook a very large amount of stew.
Stew? Larry is hungry.
Stew. Well, they are preparing food at the moment, so you could
What?
get some food.
Storm's over there.
Food now.
Keep.
Yes, hello.
I'll have some of that food that you were just preparing for my friend.
Oh yes, yeah, we can do that. All right, sure.
How much gold do you need?
Well, it's quite a huge portion that we're preparing, but now it's been cancelled.
I just need enough for me, thanks.
Well, I
You
mean,
can
it's-
charge extra if it's an inconvenience.
It's an ogre.
Well, no, I would actually charge
He
you
never
less
has
because
enough.
it's already ready. But
No, I'm saying like more than one portion would be.
yeah. How does 3 gold 50 sound?
Darius says sold.
325.
Slaps it on the table.
All right. And he runs back and says, "Stem, don't toss it. Keep going. We found someone to eat it all."
Don't sit.
And after a little
Gonna get
while,
thrown
like
away,
later
huh?
in the night, you probably head back to your table then. He brings you this tray full of bowls of stew, like meat stew, vegetable stew, all different
Nice.
assorted things. And
You
it's,
stew.
it's about like 7 portions worth.
Dewception.
Yeah.
Stew within a
Sullok,
stew.
you can have mine. You can have my section.
Oh, thanks.
His section
That
is
was
open
awful.
for business, if you understand
Hand,
what I
hand,
mean.
hands a bowl to Meridel and Terry.
Alright then. Meridel
Each
accepts.
Each or just
So, yeah, one each.
okay.
There's a,
Yes, I
there's
do
a shit ton of
accept
bowls.
it. I accept. I accept it. Then. But you're a big guy. You need it.
Oh, don't worry, there's
No.
enough.
I accept my bowl too.
Alrighty then. So I'm assuming you
Munchies.
guys
I don't eat
just
like that.
sit by for the rest of the night, and there would have been a bard playing in the corner somewhere, just some relaxing tunes, and you all drink the night away and have a jolly old time. Are you all cool if we finish the session off there?
Yeah.
Oh, alright,
Yeah.
sweet.
We can.
And then next session, maybe we will have some action going on. Who knows?
There was action actually.
Some different action going on. Who knows?
Oh.
In the tavern. Like good old peasants. Screwing around everywhere.
Nice.
In the bathroom, in the tavern. Somebody's roof, in the chimney.
So, in
On the
summary,
tavern table.
we have some... What did we do today? We had some murky propositions, some yol conversations, some yodeling, broken ankles, not broken ankles.
Oh. That ass.
Yeah, some of that ass, some fairies, and, you know, some good old times.
Good old
We'll
times.
check you next
This is
week.
the first time I don't get screwed. Ah.
There's only 2 people got screwed.
Came to save you.
Right. So we'll see you all next week. Say goodbye to YouTube, everyone.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, you two.
Bye.
Bye,
Rot.
bye.